love it.
Broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio. New traditions awaits at the Inn of the Mountain Gods. Enjoy the perfect getaway for the whole family at their premier mountain resort, where you'll create memories that will last a lifetime. For more information, visit innofthemountaingods.com.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. Votes on competing health care bills from Republicans and Democrats expected today. Louisiana Republican Senator Bill Cassidy.
It would take money that would go to these premium tax credits, and we put it into health savings accounts so that the patient has money in her pocket to pay the insurance policy out of pocket.
And Democrats want to extend the Obamacare credits for 3 years, and they are not backing the GOP plan. Charlie Kirk, suspected assassin Tyler Robinson, expected to make his first in-person court appearance.
His lawyers push to further limit media access in the case. A coalition of national and local news organizations is fighting it. The judge must weigh the public's right to know details of the case against his attorney's concerns that the media attention could interfere with Robinson's right to a fair trial.
Fox's Chanley Painter, America's listening to Fox News.
In need of a tow? Those don't have to be dirty words. At Lee County Roadside, they have been offering friendly and knowledgeable service for 20 years. From light to heavy duty, there's nothing they can't tow. And with 24-hour availability, there's no time they can't tow it. Don't make a bad day worse by choosing the wrong tow company. Lee County Roadside, the good guys to call in a bad situation. For 24-hour service, call 575-392-3223 or locate them at 7401 North Del Paso, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Like Lee County Roadside on Facebook and follow them on Instagram.
When you think of A Custom Construction and Roofing, don't just think roofing. Sure, their roofing expertise is top-notch, but they offer so much more. Think of a team that's been locally veteran-owned and operated for over 30 years, specializing in roofing and insurance. Need more? How about being licensed, bonded, and insured with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau? And here's the best part. They offer free estimates. Call Dwayne Pinnock at 575-318-9725. That's 318-9725. And Dwayne and the guys at A Custom Construction and Roofing want you to beware of unlicensed out-of-town contractors. They all come when the hail does, but once they're gone, so is your warranty. Trust the experts who've been here for decades. A Custom Construction and Roofing. Visit them on Facebook at facebook.com/A Custom Construction. A Custom Construction and Roofing, where your peace of mind is built on their reputation.
If you need an aggressive, experienced personal injury attorney who is honest and true, you need to get the Gorilla.
So I'm 23 years old. I worked at a warehouse, and I took an injury which caused the amputation of my right leg. I was approached by a specific firm, and they turned my case down within 5 minutes. I was told to come visit the Gorilla Law Firm, and immediately they saw potential in my case. And I tell you what, Gorilla Law Firm had my back when no one else did. The Gorilla Law Firm made me a multi-millionaire. And if you're injured, you call the Gorilla Law Firm too.
The Gorilla Law Firm, 3130 North Grimes and Hobbs, or call 575-964-2720.
A very Merry Christmas from Dale Perm Oilfield Specialties, supplying the people that supply our energy, equipping individuals and businesses with the products, tools, and services they need, believing that our client always deserves the highest level of service and are committed to providing it with exceptional products, exceptional prices, and truly exceptional service. Dale Perm Oilfield Specialties, 1005 North Grimes and Hobbs, 575-392-4204, 392-4204. Have a very Merry Christmas.
Big changes are happening at the Lee County Event Center. They're undergoing a major renovation to bring you a better, more modern venue, inside and out. While the arena is temporarily closed during construction, they're still open for business. The banquet halls remain available and ready to host your next event. From safety meetings and corporate training to baby showers, birthday parties, and wedding receptions, the Lee County Event Center can accommodate you. Need space, service, and support? They have you covered with flexible rooms, affordable rates, and a professional team that cares. Conveniently located in Hobbs, New Mexico on the Lovington Highway, let them help you plan your perfect event during this exciting time of transformation. Call 575-391-2901 to book today. The Lee County Event Center. The arena is closed, but the banquet halls are open. Your experience is their priority, even during renovation.
Blast off into holiday fun at the New Mexico Museum of Space History in Alamogordo.
Join them Saturday, December 13th from 11 till 2 for Holiday on the Hill. Families can enjoy festive make-and-take crafts, holiday music, and an out-of-this-world visit from Santa R2-D2. Kids 12 and under get free admission, and holiday shoppers save 10% at the museum store. Museum members save 20%. Don't miss the holiday adventure that's truly stellar at the New Mexico Museum of Space History.
In hometowns such as ours, we depend on our local grocery store to provide for our family, to always have the highest quality products available, to have the freshest and most nutritious produce and the hand-selected and cut meats butchered fresh daily, to have the dairy case always full of the variety to meet your family's needs, and to do this, always guaranteeing fair pricing and everyday value. And for 50 years, we depended on Bob's Ridgeway for all of this, and they know we depend on them for the next 50 years. Bob's Ridgeway, where your grocery dollar will always go farther.
Southeast New Mexico weather.
Good morning. The forecast as we go down to 285 on this Thursday, a beautiful day as temperatures in Roswell at 72 degrees this afternoon. 72 degrees in Carlsbad, Artesia, and 71 degrees in Lovington. Plentiful sunshine, just a few thin high clouds. Tomorrow, the temperature's at 69 degrees. A few more clouds over the Roswell area tomorrow afternoon. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Roberts.
Your country plays on W105.
Brilliant.
Gay. Interesting.
Smart.
Silly. Rocket ship. Weird.
Cruel. Like a dreamsicle?
Corn pudding.
Be careful what you wish for.
You are listening to Planet Earth's greatest morning show.
Broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain God studio. Welcome to Be in the Breakfast Club. Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Permian Ford in Hobbs, New Mexico. Home of the lifetime Permian powertrain promise. The question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, with the largest selection of parts for heavy trucks and semis. Call or text now. 877-396-W105 to talk to us. Text line brought to you by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer.
Come on.
Hit the damn button.
Today is National App Day.
It is National App Day today.
Head on over to the App Store or maybe Google Play.
Multiple apps running at the same time.
Short for software application.
I have my mom app and my career app and my wife app and my yoga potty app.
My favorite app is...
My favorite apps are the ones before my entree.
Happy National App Day. Showtime!
And good morning to you. It is showtime on a beautiful Thursday. It is Friday Eve, and man, counting down the days before Christmas. The entire year has just flown by. I mean, 14 days? 14 days before Christmas. Why is your mic not working? You're on 4 or 5? 4.
That would be why.
I had Russ Black on 5 yesterday. Yeah.
No wonder they're kind of everywhere.
Sticking out there. But this whole year has just kind of flown by. And so here we are, 14 days away from Christmas. Christmas shopping, not done.
Technically, it's exactly 2 weeks from today.
Yeah.
But you got to remember there's weekends in there.
Yeah.
So your time is short.
Yeah, time is short, and I'm not going to be doing a lot of Christmas shopping anyway. I'll give away cash. That's what I'm going to give away, some cash.
Well, you still have a few days because the 22nd and 23rd are a Monday and Tuesday before Christmas, so you're good for Christmas shopping.
Grandkids like cash.
They do.
Well, one of them likes, 2 of them likes cash.
Or gift
the older
cards.
one loves cash. She can go buy what the hell she wants.
Or gift cards.
When they were young, you could just buy them and they would go, "Oh, thank you."
Mm.
Now I'm not wearing that. Oh, okay. God bless you then. All right, that number 877-396-W105. Just a reminder, our phones are not working this morning, but text line is. Just a reminder about that. So hopefully we get that fixed soon. If you want to call in, you'll be able to call in. Even all the other shows we do, phone lines are that'll when the electricity went off,
it killed it.
That killed everything.
Wreaking havoc on Tradio.
Yeah, God bless. All right, 6:09, holiday food drive for the Needy Animals Day going on today. International Mountain Day, National App Day, National Bagel Day, Noodle Ring Day. What is a noodle ring?
SpaghettiOs?
Maybe. National Stretching Day. One of the most important things you do as you get older is stretch. I'm not saying you got to do hot yoga.
Well.
But, I mean, stretching is so important. So
I don't know if I could get out of bed without stretching.
Man. So a lot of people, no warm-up, no stretching, go to the gym, and, man, I got to get my stretch in before I start anything. But National Stretching Day. San Francisco woman delivered the baby in the back of a Waymo taxi. That's the driverless taxi en route to the hospital. Child arrived and made it to the ER. The cleanup fee on this is going to be ridiculous. Yeah. Some people have a midwife. In this case, the lady had the mid-Waymo. Yeah.
Wow, not even a driver to help
No,
out.
not even a driver to help out. That cleanup fee is going to be ridiculous. You can count on that. Yeah, they're going to be, your credit card got dinged for $5,000. And PepsiCo is trimming their snack line, cutting cost after a deal with a activist investor. They are planning to reduce about 20% of some of the food prices that they have seen. So they're cutting prices.
Making the bag smaller.
Yeah, they're probably making shrink inflation. They're also taking some of the fizz out of Pepsi. Me personally, I rather Pepsi, if it's a fountain drink especially, I rather Pepsi over Coke. Fountain drinks. So crazy time.
My wife is going to be upset.
Yeah. Trump and Pepsi have promised to lower food costs. And the liberals are saying they believe Pepsi. They're not believing Trump. By the way, new numbers came out yesterday, and you can say you don't believe the numbers, that things aren't going down, but the inflationary numbers have been around for a long time.
Well, if you had written them down before Trump took office and you'd go back to the store on the exact same item, there's a lot of those that have gone down.
I bet a lot of people have done that too. I'm picturing Aaron Rodgers looking over at Phillip Rivers, who just signed a contract at 44, and going, "Who's this new kid?"
Who's a former Chargers quarterback.
Yeah, and so they need quarterbacks. NFL has a shortage of QBs, so they need quarterbacks. So they're pulling out. Think Phillip Rivers would come back? Well, what's the contract worth? I don't know, couple million. Yeah, he's probably in need of the money.
Well, I mean, there's a good chance. You know how those NFL players do.
And keeping with sports, Lionel Messi is the Major League Soccer MVP, becoming the first player ever to get a back-to-back title. MVP 2 seasons in a row. And just in time for the holidays, Trader Joe has released a new canvas tote, in case you want the canvas tote. And Pamela Anderson says that she was romantically involved with
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson back in the day.
That wasn't that long ago. It was from whatever he played
Naked Gun. Yeah. Wow. I wouldn't picture those two.
Well, he probably wanted to see what all the hype was about.
Yeah, maybe. And he was like, you're not going to catch me in any photos. I'm a 70-year-old white dude. You're not catching me in the photos. No. Now, who was she married to? Oh, the drummer.
Tommy Lee.
Yeah, Tommy Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is funny because you mentioned Motley Crue. We have that coming up again.
Yeah. Yeah, crazy. Yesterday, in case you didn't see it, the U.S. seized a massive Venezuelan oil tanker and taken down Maduro's. By the way, he's pissed. Maduro's pissed. But supposedly they were sending oil to China.
Yeah.
And so they confiscated that, and we'll say President Trump said it was a very large tanker. In fact, it was the largest tanker you've ever seen in your life.
Well, and this is kind of tricky because really, in a way, they're kind of right. It kind of borders on piracy.
Yeah. Well, going after the revenue stream.
I'm just saying.
You know, they could probably ended this war with Ukraine and Russia a long time ago, ending the revenue stream.
Mm-hmm.
But now Trump is like, you know what? Zelensky doesn't want to have elections. Yesterday, he came out and said there would be elections. And Trump said he doesn't want to agree to any peace deal. So why are we sending money?
We shouldn't be at this.
So hopefully we. But he has agreed. It's a double-edged sword.
It really is. Because if you don't send the money for the munitions, you're de facto letting Russia win.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're going to have all the backing of China and North Korea and everything.
Sure. And Venezuela.
Yeah.
All right, 6:15. Question of the day is name your favorite app. What is the app that you use the most? I'd love to hear from you. Text line this morning, 877-396-W105. Text line this morning being brought to you by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Find them at amigo-machinery.com. Question of the day being brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply and Big Truck Parts. If you need trucks for your big parts for your big truck, look, they have all the parts that you will ever need. Find them right there on Avenue D in Lovington. And, of course, being powered this morning by our buddies at Permian Ford and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio. Check them out today. President Trump doing his rally in Pennsylvania, saying that nearly 60,000 jobs have been created and a $100 billion investment in Pennsylvania since the inauguration. The numbers are improving, and I think Big Beautiful Bill kicks in January 1st. I think we could be heading in the right direction. I know there are people that think different. I get it, but all the experts are saying we are heading in the right direction. You know, I always like to look at things in a little different way. What could we have done with this money that was used to fund immigrants in this country? So, new study coming out that 8 out of 10 Somalis, 8 out of 10 are on public assistance. 8 out of 10. You know who we want in America? We want people that want to come here and work and be citizens of America.
Mm-hmm.
Productive citizens. So this is what happens when you willy-nilly just take people, all people coming into the country. So 8 out of 10 families, Somali families are they embracing what America, though? I'm going to tell you what they're doing. They're embracing all the free crap.
Right. And we don't want people just coming for our benefits.
No.
Because they've said they don't want our culture. Well, they dang sure want our benefits.
Yeah, and so that kills us. That kills our country. Would we look, our veterans don't get taken care of, our seniors don't get taken care of, but we take care of all these foreigners.
I think that there should be, you were talking about how you were financially responsible for
10
her for 10 years. There should be a thing when you come here, you cannot receive any form of public assistance for 10 years.
It's sickening. Immigrants used to come to this country to work.
Yes.
Never asked for a thing.
They came here on the promise of the American dream.
Yeah. They came here. They didn't ask for a thing. They didn't want one handout.
Right.
They came here to work.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, we got immigrants coming here to simply, they know how to suck the system before they get here.
Yeah. They've got all the forms filled out.
Oh, heck yeah. City of Albuquerque, the apartment complex for seniors caught fire yesterday. And it is the City of Albuquerque is the owner of the affordable apartment complex for seniors. Sent 3 people to the hospital yesterday. 8 people have been left displaced because of this fire. Fire and rescue went to the Santa Barbara apartments, and 3 people, sent to the hospital. Thank God nobody died in this. Red Cross is helping out, and they're looking on what are they going to do with these displaced individuals. Oil companies offering $279 million for the Gulf of Mexico drilling rights. So
Gulf of America.
It looks like they're going to be starting to drill coming up. They're ramping up for the beginning of the year. All companies offering $279 million for drilling rights in the Gulf of America. And the first of 30 planned sales in that region to ramp up oil production. And we got drilling all the way Florida, Louisiana, Alabama, even California.
Mm-hmm.
Even California, they are going to sell some drilling rights off the coast of California, even though Gavin Newsom's like, no.
Losing it.
Yeah. Well, it's federal land. So Chevron and BP and Shell are the big industry giants that are probably going to get first dibs at this. But a lot of money is going to be, raised from the drilling right permits. And then all the work that goes up, we're talking about billions of dollars. So can't wait for that to ramp up in Louisiana. And hopefully, my hometown does not look like a ghost town anymore. Albuquerque man suspected of killing 2 men, saying that a cockroach led to him killing the 2 men.
Did he tell him to do it? Did the cockroach tell him to do it?
Yeah. Stunning confession from the suspect. The man claimed that a cockroach convicted him to kill the 2 people at the South Valley home. We're not laughing at the 2 people dying.
No, at the guy and the cockroach.
So last month, Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office deputies were dispatched to the South Valley home after receiving a report of gunfire. When they arrived, they said that Alexis Hernandez had a gun in his waistband and a Marine saber on his hip. Shortly after the deputies detained Hernandez, they heard a child yelling for help in Spanish. When the deputies went to the back, they found 2 men dead inside the house. One of the victims was the landlord, Hector Rios. Hernandez was the only lived at that home for 6 months. He claimed that Rios started stalking him. Claimed that he received warnings from an unusual place, from a cockroach. I may be going out on a deep dive here, but I bet drugs were involved.
Yes.
Or maybe it's schizophrenia or bipolar, but I'm going for the drug.
I remember a TV show where the cockroach told people stuff.
Yeah, I'm going for the drugs on this one. I am. All right, 622. We are beyond the Breakfast Club morning show this morning, being brought to you by La Tienda Thriftway in Carlsbad, home of the taco bar, and they do make your tortillas from scratch multiple times a day, so they're always fresh. Visit the taco bar. And by the way, if you need a birthday cake or anniversary cake or a cake for any occasion, the bakery made from scratch. They make all your cakes right there in-house. Some of the specials going on right now as we do our countdown for Christmas. Shank portion ham, 99 cents a pound. Get spiral ham for $1.99 a pound. Arm roast for $4.99 a pound, and T-bone steaks for $8.99 a pound. Apples, 3-pound bag for $1.99. Get 3 bell peppers for $1. Hot House bell peppers, 99 cents each, and jumbo avocados, just 99 cents each. Deli departments start off with the wheat bread, just $1.58 a loaf, and then the bologna for just $5.49 a pound. Beef pastrami and corned beef and roast beef, all $13.99 a pound, and get baby Swiss cheese for $8.99 a pound. And on special right now, Coke, Dr. Pepper, and Sprite, 3 12-packs for $15. Get it today at La Tienda in Carlsbad, and don't forget, you can always find the coldest beer in town. High temperature today for southeast New Mexico. Welcome in 70 degrees, 71 all day today, 43 tonight, and then 69 coming up tomorrow. If you're worried about Saturday, temperatures up to 71, but Sunday, the high temperature only 49 for southeast New Mexico. Today in Ruidoso, high temperature 63, 39 tonight, 61 tomorrow, and that cold front will push through and not affect Ruidoso as much as southeast New Mexico. And in Albuquerque this morning, 65 and sunny, clear, and 32 coming up for you tonight, and then 64 tomorrow. Colder temperatures, maybe sometimes midweek next week for Albuquerque. 5-day forecast, go to W105radio.com. Check of the weather this morning being brought to you by Zia Guns. Zia Guns starting to plan out your Christmas. Look, some of the things they have right now back in stock. $109 for a single shot 410 shotgun. $109.
Wow.
Dickinson, 1911. 45 pistols, only $389.
Wow.
Get the Dragon Breath shotgun shells.
Mm-hmm. Those are good.
Along with the Quack Attack. Super savings going on right now. Perfect for stocking stuffers.
Oh, yeah.
And they are now your dealer for Blender sunglasses. And don't forget, get in there early because 7-day wait period is in effect. Yeah.
Yeah, and you only got 2 weeks.
Yeah, they've got, they got a huge selection of guns. Check them out today. 1907 North Main in Roswell. Don't forget, trade in your old gun to get a better gun. Zia Guns, 1907 North Main in Roswell, 575-622-0023. Blake in the text, it's already 625.
Bosque County this morning saying W105 is the app I use most. I use it every day. Big Trucker C says, my favorite app is the calculator app. And his least favorite, the alarm clock.
Oh, that damn alarm clock.
Right. And Jay in Carlsbad this morning says, you guys hear the Piers Morgan Nick Fuentes interview? He said it was a good show. And no, I didn't.
I did not check that out.
Smoking Arizona says, good morning, guys. And Blake, how are things going on the movie, sir? The app I use most is the new W105 app. It's the only way I get to listen to the station. And Mario B is asking, how did it go yesterday, Blake? And it went, for both of you guys, it went good. I mean, everything went well. We didn't have to do that many takes, and that was good. Rick Norris this morning says, is it so inconceivable that he had a cockroach that crawled into his ear?
Oh,
did he say he had a cockroach in his ear?
No, he didn't say that, but yeah, I've heard of that, where a cockroach gets into somebody's ear and causes them to go crazy.
Secretary of War Hegseth announced Qatar will build an Air Force facility at a U.S. base in Idaho. What's next? Trump commutes sentence for former U.S. Rep George Santos.
Both of those stories are way old.
I agree.
Extremely old.
So update maybe your news app.
And here's the deal. I don't think that we're building a facility for the foreign entity. You don't think we have people training in America?
Training here all the time. Yeah.
You can go to Roswell.
Mm-hmm.
You got people training in Roswell. I've seen Israelis. I've seen Germans all over the place. So I was looking. I know there is a place that you can go on your phone and look at screen time. What apps have you spent the most? My daily average for screen time is 16 hours and 22 minutes.
Holy cow.
Yeah, that's my average.
But that also counts a lot of the stuff we do for the show.
Yeah, that is my average. And I know there's a place where you can go and check, like, what apps you spent the most time on. Mine would be, right now, Audible.
For the books.
Because I'm listening to books for a long...
Does that count screen time?
Yeah, most definitely.
Well, see, so even if you're not screen time...
Yeah, you're using the app, so it's showing up on the screen. And I know there's... Yeah, here you go. No, it's not telling me how much time.
YouTube. Dropbox.
Yeah, how many times did you go to mine? How many times did I go to Facebook? 26 times a day.
Average.
On average.
Okay. That's, you know what? I bet that's not far off average for most people. aside from social media apps, those are going to be the ones most people use most.
And evidently I'm not checking my messages because I'm only on there like 9 times.
Right.
So you can go check that out. You can go and.
So what apps do you use the most?
Maybe it's. I can't believe I'm not on Facebook as much as but I bet when you look at the most time that I'm on.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be Audible. Got to be Audible.
I was looking that up earlier.
Yeah.
I have.
So I know you can look at screen time.
Speaking of a little bit older stories, don't know if this is true, but I saw that somewhere said Trump wants to change the NFL's name. That was with the whole football thing.
Yeah.
Say angry. I'm just curious. With the phones down, how does Russ do Tradio? He takes them in on text.
Yeah, text, and he's kind of digging that because people aren't complaining he got the number wrong.
Yeah, because he can read it straight off of there.
Yeah.
Drew from Monahans, do you have to have a New Mexico driver's license to purchase a shotgun in New Mexico? And
shotgun?
The answer to that is no, because it's a long gun.
Yeah.
And so if you have a Texas driver's license, you can buy it. In New Mexico, you're still going to be subject to all of the waiting time.
7-day wait.
And I'm going to
period.
tell you that the background check might take longer because the way it has to bounce.
Yeah.
So, because I bought a shotgun here with a Texas driver's license, but the waiting period took like an extra couple days.
Wow.
So, Mario B. in Lovington had 2 of them. He said that Cornhub could be his favorite app. And he also said aliens are training in Roswell.
No doubt about that.
And NPR lover says, bet you can't guess mine. NPR, of course.
NPR. Okay.
And that catches us up on the text.
Looks like the leaders of a large-scale retail theft ring in Albuquerque has been sentenced to 9 years in prison. In July, Raul Garcia pled no contest to organized retail crime and racketeering. You know the only way they were able to take him down? The feds, with the feds' help. And this guy set up a system where he took advantage of transient people and received stolen property, and then he would sell the stolen property. And putting him away for a maximum time, it maybe will take a bite out of Albuquerque theft. Maybe. I mean, he is one of the guys that, look, they're saying that he would steal a lot of items on a daily basis.
Okay.
With over 50, they had people working for him. So $50,000 in losses from 4 businesses alone where he would go in and steal stuff. Some of the places that he loved, PetSmart, Lululemon, TJ Maxx, Ultra. What is the makeup company? Sephora? Is that the
Sephora?
Yeah. Anyway, that was another one. And if you walk in there, I think they charge you just for looking at stuff.
Yeah, I would believe.
Yeah. If I see that store, I'm always telling the wife,
Here's
oh,
the
look
card.
over here. Look, I just saw a cute little puppy.
Yeah, they just scan you as you walk in, that RFID.
Yeah. Oh, he has no money. That's what it said. Bank account's dry. Colorado repeat offenders accused of brutally murdering a mother of his children before spending several days pushing her lifeless body around in a shopping cart for a week after being released from jail. Thomas Perlis, a homeless man with multiple prior arrests, had just got out of jail and killed his baby mama and then pushed her body around for a whole week in a shopping cart. Perlis had already allegedly violated his protective order taken out against him, and didn't matter because this guy knew the system and out of jail. Congratulations. Time for you to go back to jail. Amen. Hopefully they keep you there now. Yes. And teen breakup led to that triple homicide out of Odessa. We had a little bit of information on that yesterday. Odessa police have released new details on that triple homicide that happened Tuesday night. The Odessa Police Department say a 15-year-old boy was planning to shoot his 15-year-old ex-girlfriend after school, then changed his mind and went to the home. He entered the home, shot the girl's mother, 39-year-old Jessica Rodriguez, and her two siblings, 9 and the 13-year-old girl. The victims were all pronounced dead at the home. The boy has been charged with multiple counts of capital murder, and he's only 15 years old over a girl. By the way, parents, please teach your kids to be strong, and breakups are going to happen in life.
Yes.
It's not the end of the world, believe me.
No.
You can even do the fish deal. There are plenty of fish in the sea. Do that one just to teach them. I think that would be great. And retired elementary school teacher is in big trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So the elementary school teacher that is retired, who portrayed Santa at public and private events, has been arrested on multiple child sex abuse material charges. Uploading illicit pictures of himself. 64-year-old Mark Paulino, charged with second-degree distributing child sexual abuse material, second-degree possession of sexual abuse material, including children in those pictures, and third-degree possession of child sex abuse material and endangering a child's welfare. This guy retired as a school teacher. You know how they busted him? Internet crimes against children division. And he does look a lot like Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And can you imagine? Come here, kid. Come sit on my lap. No, thank you. No, thank you. Metropolitan Police, or Detention Center, I should say. 89-year-old William Pierce Hobble passed away after being hospitalized with pneumonia. He was booked into the detention center. He's accused of shooting and killing a 37-year-old in an attack. He died of pneumonia. I mean, look, when you're 89 years old and you're in prison is probably not a good place, even though you get free health care.
Yeah. Don't they get health care? Well, they get better health care than veterans.
But you got lots of people in one place.
Yeah, it's like a school.
And,
dish.
Yeah, I don't know if ventilation is good. I've never been to prison, and but it's not on my bucket list either at this late point.
You don't want to try it?
No, I don't want to try it. No. 637, Jasmine Crockett. So she's running for Congress.
Let her keep talking.
Now her seat, her district, is up for grabs.
Well, the way they redid the
district. Anyway, Jasmine Crockett's progressive pastor, a radical reparations activist who claims that America was born to political violence, is now running to replace Jasmine Crockett in the 30th Congressional District. The activist. His name is Reverend Frederick Douglass Hayes the Third. And they include all those names. A Dallas mega preacher, pastor, social justice activist running to replace Jasmine in that district. Solidarity through reparations. That's one of his podcasts that he's put out. Can't wait for that. Yeah. By the way, we'll see if he gets elected in that district, because with redistricting, it's a new ball game. Whole new ball game.
Good, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, we're going to talk about a Georgia high school shooter takes on a different look as he goes to court. We'll talk about that. And atheists are demanding that the choir quit singing Christmas songs at a Christmas event. We'll get to it. And Super Bowl champion suffers the death of his second daughter. Sad story about Kevin Falk. And more arrests. 2 more people arrested in that gun store burglary that involved teenagers, of all people. All right, we got to get to the tweet of the day. Tweet of the day being brought to you by WWRV-3.com, 988-0392. RV parks, they've got 3 of them, 162 RV sites in Carlsbad, 30 and 50 amps available. All utilities included, including high-speed internet. Pet-friendly, very well lit up. Check them out online, WWRV-3.com, 988-0392. Check them out today. I thought today we would play Pavia, Diego Pavia, the kid from the, what is that called? Not South Side. What is that? South Valley. South Valley. He was on the Ryan Clark podcast, The Pivot, and talking about growing up in the South Valley.
Okay.
Talking about growing up and how violent it was. By the way, listen up, Tim Keller. I know you just got reelected. Law and order should be number 1 on your list.
Was it really elected, or was that kind of
I don't know. So here's Diego Pavia talking about that. By the way, if you haven't seen the whole thing, he talks about Nimi, talks about he didn't have one offer. He went to New Mexico State. He got in trouble at New Mexico State,
right?
Because he peed. He went into the practice field and peed on the UNM logo. Not cool. Not cool. It took him a while to get that smell up, and then
he shouldn't have ate asparagus.
And he wasn't going to go to Vanderbilt because he would have to take courses. Vanderbilt's all about
school,
higher education. And Jerry Kill called him. So here he's talking about Albuquerque and growing up in the South Valley.
What was your upbringing? Because I always say, when I see the non-black dudes with the temp fades, it was something, your speech pattern, in this conversation and just other conversations I see you talking. Like, bro, how did you grow? Was it Albuquerque? What was your upbringing? Because it seemed like you might have been it might not have been a silver spoon situation.
Definitely not a silver spoon. I grew up single mom, 2 older brothers, younger sister, and mom had to work 2 jobs, had to take on some debt to go back to school to become a nurse. Grew up in the hood of South Valley, really. Obviously, you heard of like Murderham and things like that, but we're up there per capita, and it's just, I think it's gotten better, but I also haven't been back home as much, so I really don't hear about the news going on back there. But yeah, it's a dangerous spot. Like my brother, who obviously got arrested and stuff, he's faced almost death. He's gotten stabbed 7 times, and he's a warrior. And that's how like the mentality is back home. It's just a warrior mentality. Like, you might not live for tomorrow.
Well, and, he went into great detail. He had no choices. He didn't have a D1. You know what? He had to go JUCO and go to Nimi because he had no offers.
Right.
And the dude's a dog. I don't know if he will play. I don't know if he'll win the Heisman. I don't know if he will play in the NFL, but the dude
He'll
is
make a team.
Dog.
He'll make a team.
Maybe he'll make the team.
Well, we were talking about quarterback shortage.
Yeah, maybe he'll make the team, but by God, the guy has the heart of a lion, and sometimes that matters a whole bunch more. Just dude is a beast. Sometimes, a whole family coming out, they're getting arrested, and his mom is a beautiful woman, and I don't know if she's dating Theo Vaughn or that's just a stage deal, but God only knows. There's lots of stuff about his mom on social media. Yeah. All right, already 6:43. We talked about the Somalis. We talked about a lot of things. Fraud with the Affordable Care Act. Look, we're going to have another government shutdown. I'm just here to tell you.
Yep.
We're going to have another government shutdown. We run out of money again, January 1st?
Yep.
We're going to have another government shutdown.
Yeah.
The Democrats say they will not vote on any insurance plan but the Affordable Care Act, making insurance companies wealthy, over 1,000% increase in revenue. And it's not enough. They just don't want Obamacare. They want the subsidies that were built in for COVID. COVID is over last time I checked.
Yeah.
So why do we need the COVID-era subsidies to go along with that? But listen to the fraud being part of the Obamacare or Affordable Care Act, whatever way you want to call it.
An Affordable Care Act, preliminary results, and it just details the ranking member asked for numbers, 19,000 instances of a dead person's Social Security number being used, 160,000 applications in plan year 2024 that had unauthorized changes through brokers, 66,000 Social Security numbers in 2024 that were used for over 365 days illegally. I could go on and on with the numbers.
So fraud, and more fraud. And a lot of people think fraud is okay. I'll get to Jasmine Crockett in just a second. Fraud is not okay. Fraud is not okay.
No.
My buddy Tim Jennings, make that Scott Jennings. Tim Jennings is a whole nother guy.
Yes.
Scott Jennings is battling the liberals. Tim Jennings would be embracing the liberals. But Scott Jennings on CNN battling the liberals. Here's what he had to say yesterday.
Inflation that occurred under Biden was in part naturally occurring due to supply chain bottlenecks and because the COVID once-in-a-lifetime pandemic
naturally
occurred. And yes, it occurred.
Like we're on trees? Or?
Yeah, okay, so because of supply chain bottlenecks. That's what I'm talking about. There was
of the president's tariffs policy.
I know all of human history started in January of this year, but I could take you back 4 years when input prices for agriculture, from fuel to materials to you name it, went through the roof. I know you know a little something about it because you worked under Joe Biden when it all happened. So these farmers, they're in a 10-month period here with Trump, but they just came out of a 4-month period where they were dying under the inflationary and affordability crisis caused by Democrats. They support this president. They like what he did today, and they're going to give him a little latitude to get out of it.
I don't think that's accurate when you hear from farm bureaus.
You don't think it's accurate that inflation happened under Biden?
I'm sorry, Donald Trump talked about.
Overall, if you look at the Fed survey, people are happy and excited about the job market and the labor market in the United States. That's a good thing.
And I love what, it grew on trees? Did it grow on trees?
Well, yeah, the bottleneck of supply issues caused by Joe Biden.
Yes.
In particular, like in California, where they wanted to outlaw any older trucks older than like 10 years old.
By the way,
and American drivers from unloading from the ships.
Gavin Newsom has come out and said no more free health care for illegals. By the way, I could roll the tape. Back in 22, that was one of the things that he promised.
Yes.
You see the way these politicians are? All right, we're going to hear from Dr. Oz talking about fraud coming up. And I'll even play a cut from Jasmine Crockett. Some fraud is okay. It is okay. Fraud is okay. I'll get to that, I promise.
Oh, my God.
647 morning show this morning being brought to you by Atlas Makeup Mirror, atlasmakeupmirror.com. Don't forget, if you go online to use the promo code, you got to use the promo code W105. Just W105. It's going to save you 20%.
Wow.
And Rebecca Long wanted to make it easier for you to find the Atlas Makeup Mirror. So just in time for Christmas, here's where you can find the Atlas Makeup Mirror. And if you're in Hobbs, go to her office, 226 West Vega. Also at Albertsons, New Mexico Junior College Bookstore. Also at Afterglow Tanning on Sanger Street. If you're in Lovington, stop by the Cactus Bloom Boutique on Main Street. And Carlsbad, stop by Sarah Grace Boutique on Canal Street or at Albertsons on Canal Street. And even in Seminole, if you're in Seminole, stop by Expressions on Main Street and pick up the Atlas Makeup Mirror. Or you can just go to the website, atlasmakeupmirror.com, or you can call Rebecca Long, 575-631-3189, atlasmakeupmirror.com. Don't forget, check out the pocket mirrors. They are perfect. Stocking stuffers, $29.99 and $39.99.
You can
get them today.
You can really make the loved ones in your life happy with those.
Yeah, you're going to love it. All right, 648, Georgia high school student, school shooting suspect, took on a different look when they went to court. So the accused shooter at the high school, Colton Gray, appeared in court on Tuesday, pretty much unrecognizable from the famous booking photos. In his mugshot, then 14-year-old Gray had shoulder-length hair, and now the 15-year-old, much more clean-cut, wore glasses, a quarter zip. Had the quarters, a white guy with a quarter zip. And so this guy is accused of killing people, killing his teachers. Remember that? 39-year-old teacher, 53-year-old teacher, and they actually killed two 14-year-olds at that school in Georgia, taking on a completely new look. I guess they told him, clean up a little bit.
Yep.
And atheists are demanding, this is in Arkansas too, that a Christmas choir remove religious songs.
Why?
Washita River School District is officially renaming the annual Christmas program, surrendering to the Anti-Christian group from Wisconsin, not even from Arkansas. Not even from Arkansas. This is a battle. Taking out the trash, I've got another similar story. This is a battle. This is a battle, the war on Christmas. Holiday program. No, it's a Christmas program. So the school district also warned teachers not to say Merry Christmas. Man, you know what I'd be doing? Merry Christmas.
I know several atheists, and their opinion on that is they just be quiet. Nobody's making them do it. How come these atheist groups do this?
Well, and
because it doesn't affect them.
The group is not even from Arkansas, so it has, you're right, no effect on them.
Right.
So songs that really triggered them, What Child Is This? Angels, we have heard on high, that triggered them. So no more Christmas.
But why? Why does, I mean, if you don't believe that there's any higher power and you're an atheist, why would Christmas offend you?
I don't know.
Because in your head, wouldn't you be going, well,
idiots?
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, if you're an atheist, I'm just saying, yeah, idiots.
I mean, I'd be interested to hear from any in our audience. Why does
so we
that
got
trigger you?
multiple atheists that listen to the show. I'm just trying to figure out why are you upset? My theory on life, my motto on life.
Live and let live.
No, if I don't like something, then I'm not going to go.
Right.
I'm simply not going to go. It's like guns. Don't like guns, don't buy them.
Right. And no one's forcing you to sing this song.
You know, I remember when they were trying to enforce, well, you can only buy a 32-ounce soda. Well, hell, I'll buy two of them and drink more instead of buying a 44.
Right.
But, don't like soda, don't drink it.
Right.
I'm trying to not
don't
drink
like
soda
cigarettes,
myself.
Don't smoke.
Don't smoke them.
I mean,
I'm not going to ban it. I'm just going to, if I don't like it, I'm not going to do it. It's crazy. All right, 6:52, Super Bowl winning running back Kevin Falk, who went to LSU, is employed at LSU in some capacity. He's like one of the guys that goes checks on the players, make sure they're going to class, and that is that really important nowadays, going to class? I mean, you got NIL. I mean,
it should be.
Well, I'm not saying it should be. But Super Bowl champion running back Kevin Falk suffered another tragedy. This is the second time. Back in 2021, Falk lost his daughter at the age of 19. So this guy is known for playing for the Patriots. Played for the Patriots, was a superstar with the Patriots.
Yes.
And then lost his second daughter. His second daughter. By the way, cause of death has not been released, but thoughts and prayers going out to the Falk family. One of the nicest guys that I've ever met. Has all this, made lots of money in the NFL.
Right.
Lots of money, just a nice guy. Michigan fires their head coach. Sharon Moore has been fired. What the hell was in the water in Michigan?
Well, you
because
can't drink some of the water in Michigan.
Mel Tucker was fired because of inappropriate relations that he had, and he was the coach at Michigan State. Now you've got Michigan, and this guy only coached like 6 games this year because he was suspended for 4 games. And now I think they were looking for a way to fire him and without maybe paying him a big lump sum of money.
Well, we know we have a judge friend who went to Michigan.
Yeah. So
maybe you can let us know.
So Sharon Moore engaging in an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. It doesn't go in the great details. But, the conduct constitutes a clear violation of university policy, and they have zero tolerance for such bad behavior. School name, Piff Poggi, the interim coach. By the way, Moore married his wife, Kelly, in 2015. They have 3 daughters together, and he was stepping out and, dipping his pen in the company ink. And so he's gone. I wonder how much money he's left. Mel Tucker at the time had just signed like a $80 million contract the year before. And they were looking for a way to get rid of him because the team was bad.
Right.
The next year it was bad. They had 1 good season. And so they got him. And so,
look, you got to think with your brain.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the other part is probably not.
It'll always get you in trouble.
Yeah, it will. And 2 more teens arrested in Las Cruces in that gun store burglary. So 2 more teens arrested. They were involved in that burglary of the Las Cruces gun store. That happened on November 22nd, according to Las Cruces police. The 2 additional arrests, 1 last week and 1 Monday, were both 16-year-old boys, bringing the total number of 6 individuals. And how old were these individuals? 14, 15, 16 years of age. The oldest one, 16. Being involved in, stealing a bunch of guns and ammo. And they'll probably get a slap on the hand, and they'll be back out doing the same thing. Juvenile justice, 2 things. We've got another session coming up. Quit looking at guns. Quit looking at taking our guns and just locking up the criminals. Juvenile offenders.
Amazing how well that works.
Common sense approach. All right, Dr. Oz. Dr. Oz talking about the fraud that was going on in Minnesota. Here's what he had to say yesterday. And then we will hear from Jasmine Crockett because all fraud's it's not bad. It's not that bad.
They've weaponized fraud and corruption. Talking with the CMS team that I'm blessed to work with, they say they've never seen anything like this. It's an abject dereliction of duty. And I think what happened, and just becoming clearer now, is that the Walz administration knew there was a problem. Whistleblowers were saying, this money's being stolen. You gave a great number with autism. I can regale you with a bunch more. But nobody wanted to rock the boat because it turns out Somalians overwhelmingly vote for Democrats. They felt it would look bad for them.
Yeah, it was a bad look. Here's what John Kennedy had to say about all the employees that were coming forward talking about this fraud.
There are over several hundred employees from the Minnesota Department of Human Service who administer this program, who just get up every day and go to work and do their job and want to help people. This is what they posted on social media. I'm quoting now, Mr. President. Governor Tim Walz is 100% responsible for massive fraud in Minnesota. I'm sure he wasn't the only one because this fraud was an open secret. But I'm quoting from what the employee said. Governor Tim Walz is 100% responsible for massive fraud in Minnesota. We let Tim Walz know of fraud early on. That's the employees talking. Hoping for a partnership and stopping fraud, but no, we got the opposite response. Tim Walz systematically retaliated against whistleblowers.
Wow. So didn't listen and then retaliated against them. You know, the craziest part about this is that Tim Walz probably did nothing. Number one, because of elections, he wanted to be reelected, and he didn't want to be called a racist. Think about that. Ian Omar, you don't think she would have said, well, the only reason he's been, look what they did to Trump. Look what they've done to everybody that's come forward and said there was massive fraud.
Yeah. And how far down are we now that you're upset that they uncovered the fraud instead of at the fraud?
So how much money has that cost us? You know, when I look at 8 out of 10 Somalis are on public assistance and have no skills and will never work and never be productive citizens, I think about all the money we invested in those people. Those people that have been allowed into our country. What could we have done with that money? What could we have done with that money?
Think of all the American citizens we could have helped.
We have seniors that we don't take care of. Veterans that we don't take care of. I did a story yesterday. The average cost for assisted living in America is $85,000 a year.
I believe that.
How can anybody afford that?
We could as a nation if we weren't giving all this massive fraud money to people that
but
are
you know,
from elsewhere.
Jasmine Crockett's running for Senate. Fraud is not that bad. I mean,
well, that ought to tell you all you need to know about her.
Yeah, fraud is not that
I do
bad.
want to make sure that I cover one other thing that the chairman spoke about. He specifically said that he's concerned about the fraud. He's not giving us numbers, but I can give you some numbers. If we're concerned about how much money it may be costing us because systems are not perfect, we have no perfect systems. We have always had some level of fraud in anything that we have because there's no such thing as perfection walking on this earth.
Really? So we just go, well, you know, we can't fix that. You know, fraud's okay. You know, nothing's perfect. It's all right.
Well, when you set up a system, you can do checks and balances to keep fraud
That's
from happening.
okay. Probably one of the funniest cuts I have this morning is Speaker Johnson saying, we need, as she runs for Senate, we need her to find a mic every day.
Broke the economy, and now they want to lecture to the American people about affordability. They opened our borders, and now they want to lecture to the American people about immigration and border enforcement. They broke the American healthcare system. They caused premiums to skyrocket, and now they have the audacity to tell Republicans that the only way to save it is to throw hundreds of billions of dollars to health insurance companies, which would merely fuel a system that is rife with fraud, waste, and abuse. You cannot be an arsonist and a firefighter at the same time.
So that's the wrong cut from him, but he did say we need to find a mic for Jasmine Crockett every day. Let her speak.
And back it up with AOC.
Let her speak as much as she wants to speak. You know, once you become a 60-year-old, you would think that you have a better mindset. Maybe. We'll talk about this story about Andy Dick coming up next. Erica Kirk is responding. In fact, I'll save that for the next break. And the Coast Guard releasing a video about drug seizures. I'll get to all of that next. KWMW Maljamara 105.1 FM. Also KWES 93.5. Hey, if you're listening in Albuquerque, we appreciate that. KDAZ AM 700 FM 96.9 in Albuquerque. Watching on our streams, thank you. You know, right now we have like 40+% of you folks that watch us every day that haven't liked us or shared us or done any of that stuff. If you could do that for us, we would greatly appreciate you. And by the way, if you're an everydayer and watching every day on the streams, thank you so much for doing that. But take the time to like us, give us a thumbs up, comment. That all keeps the algorithms up and will help us monetize and in the future. So thank you for that. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Rig Outfitters. You can find them in Hobbs. They've got you covered with everything to stay warm. FR jackets, $129.99. FR hoodies, $79.99. Winter gear, bib and coveralls, insulated, they've got you covered with that. Heated jackets, even the heated jackets, thermals, gloves, portable heaters, and, of course, they have the home store. Furniture, appliances, electronics with zero down financing. Looking for boots? They have a section of boots that are just $99. They've got lots of stuff for Christmas. Go check them out. Rig Outfitters in the Broadmoor Mall. Right next door is Scrub Outfitters. Scrub Outfitters and more than just scrubs now. They have clothing for the little ones from infant to size 7. Looking for an outfit for Christmas? Go into Scrub Outfitters and more today in the Broadmoor Mall. Plus, if you're looking for a gift for somebody, they have infant shoes. They have diaper bags. They have all the accessories and all the medical scrubs, compression socks, and shoes. Find them in the Broadmoor Mall. They're right next to Rig Outfitters. Check them out today. 704 Andy Dick. Kind of makes you wonder. Sad story that he has never been able to grow up. He was discovered unresponsive on a Hollywood street, apparent drug overdose.
Oh, no.
59-year-old, be 60 this coming year. Slumped over on the stairs. Friends had to assist him. Los Angeles Fire Department responded to reports of the alleged overdose. Dick was taken to the hospital. He is alive and okay. Decade struggle with alcohol and drug addiction and faces multiple arrests in the last couple years. Andy Dick, all those arrests had something to do with drugs. All I could say, I'm praying for you, Andy Dick. I mean, when you're 60 years old and still fighting that battle.
Well, you know, he's a comedian, and he fell into the trap that a lot of them do.
Yep. And the Coast Guard releasing a video of a cocaine seizure in the Pacific Ocean, showing that shots were fired at the alleged drug boat. The Coast Guard's like, man, we got all this ammo. We got the 50 cal, and what are we going to do? So they seized more than 150,000 pounds of cocaine on the Pacific since August of this year.
Wow.
150,000 pounds. And then this recent one, they had a fast vessel that was trying to get away from them, and they lit them up. 20,000 pounds of cocaine seized on that boat.
That's a little bit.
Yeah.
That's a little bit. They were just fishing.
By the way, they released the video. Nowadays, everything has to have a video. So ICE has got their own video. So they released the video of them shooting at the vessel with the 50 cal. And they, what song would you put to that? Give me back my bullets.
I was going to say, I can think of a bunch. I was thinking let the bodies hit the floor. But
yeah, there you go. So they made the big bus and shots fired. That whole area of Florida Keys, they said, is a hot spot for drugs coming into, and has been forever.
Well, and the Coast Guard, you know, we have a few boats, and it's like less than 10, that we partnered with like Italy on, and they do hydrofoil, and they can chase down anything.
Yeah. So a lot of those boats are being made by a buddy of mine at Conrad Shipyard in Morgan City. This guy just signed a deal with Saudi Arabia to build them fast crafts.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing like a Cajun welder. Well, that family business has been open for many, many, many years.
Yeah.
And they've got international contracts. When things were bad, that's what saved them.
Yeah.
So I saw him at church a couple Sundays ago. 7:08 on the way. We're going to talk about Erica Kirk. She is firing back at Candace Owens and others. Zelensky finally setting elections in Ukraine, and a mother charged in the death of her baby that was found in the trash cans. We'll get to that. And Supreme Court weighing in. Should the person's IQ come into the equation when thinking about the death sentence?
No.
I don't think so. So Supreme Court is going to discuss that. Price of oil this morning being brought to you by Twin Wells Fuel Station. If you're running low on fuel and you're on 128 this morning between Jowl and Carlsbad, then look, you need a exit on Buck Jackson Road and go and fill her up. Open to the public, large facility. They sell unleaded, green diesel, red diesel, DEF, and, trucks can pull in there easy. But it is open to the public. If you are looking for unleaded, that's not a problem. They accept credit cards, debit cards, and fleet cards. If you're driving on 128, you're running low on fuel, exit on Buck Jackson Road today. Be safe on the road this morning from the Twin Wells Fuel Station. 709.
West Texas Intermediate is off 83 cents at 57.63. Brent crude is down to 61.35. Natural gas is down to 4.44. And Kevin, the wholesale cost on a gallon of gasoline this morning, only $1.76.
$1.76. Wow. You know what's crazy? You really have to shop around for your gas, because I'm in Hobbs yesterday, and $2.79 at one place, $2.36.
Yep.
Like a half a mile up the road.
Yep.
And I'm like, who is going to put $2.79?
Was there anybody at the pump?
Yeah.
Because they hadn't gone the other way yet.
Man, I use Gas Buddy. That's one of my favorite apps, especially if I'm traveling. All right, 7:10, we're going to break and get you updated with news. We'll come back. We'll talk about Erica Kirk. We've got lots of things to discuss this morning. Erica Kirk firing back at Candace Owens. Candace Owens has become
crazy.
Just different. Tax breaks coming. And Scott Bessent talks about the money that you could be saving, and maybe even that $2,000 that was promised, and the tariff money, along with the big beautiful bill. When we look at the economy, we're not even touching the big beautiful bill. All that stuff kicks in January 1st, so get ready for that. We'll also talk about a anti-vaping law that goes into effect in Dallas. If you're heading to Dallas, you need to know about this if you're a vapor. 7:11, let's get updated with news being brought to you by State Representative Randy Pettigrew, reminding you the governor continuing to push back. They're already ponying up another gun legislation in New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look, these Democrats are so anti-gun that they will release prisoners out, repeat offenders, and go, it's the guns. Not the repeat offenders. You can count on one thing. Randy Pettigrew will be up there like a boss fighting for you. Fighting for our way of life in southeast New Mexico. Never forget that oil and gas in New Mexico accounts for more than 50% of revenue for the budget. It pays the bills. Keep up with what's going on in Santa Fe. Randy puts out a newsletter. Sign up for it today. RandallPettigrew.com. Message paid for by Randy Pettigrew. Taking a break already, 7:12. We're B on the Breakfast Club.
MTD Radio News, I'm Blake Ovard. The embattled New Mexico Children, Youth, and Families Department has had years of documented problems with failing to protect children in the state. From children being abducted by non-custodial parents to children dying while they were under supervised care of CYFD, and workers in the agency communicating on secret channels that were kept from public scrutiny, the agency has had repeated promises of oversight by everyone from Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham, who made it a centerpiece of her re-election bid, to other elected officials. Now, finally, New Mexico is making its first watchdog agency to monitor the department. Under the control of the New Mexico Attorney General, the Office of the Child Advocate is expected to open next year, and the committee tasked with picking that leader is well underway in its work. A bipartisan group of lawmakers backed House Bill 5, creating the agency, and a handful of candidates vying to lead that office have already been interviewed.
We, as you know, have broad statutory authority in the state of New Mexico, and for the Child Advocate to be sending us investigations and recommendations and tips and things of that nature, it makes sense for our office to tackle since we do have a broad range of statutory obligations.
Said Chief of Staff of the New Mexico Department of Justice, Lauren Rodriguez. The interview team is hoping to narrow down the pool of candidates from 8 before sending their suggestions to the governor, who will have ultimate say in who leads the new office. The governor is expected to make that pick by January. And that's the way it is. I'm Blake Ovard. This is MTD Radio News.
Imagine a world where teams wore plain, uninspired uniforms. Functional? Sure. Eye-catching?
Hardly. But as times evolved, so did the demand for standout styles. Enter the era of awesome graphics. Located at 523 West Sanger in Hobbs, New Mexico, they revolutionized team and work attire. Their secret? High-quality FR uniforms from renowned brands like Ariat, Lapco, Byrne, and Bulwark, paired with cutting-edge technology for vibrant, multicolored logos. Awesome Graphics bridges the gap, offering both sports and industrial uniforms that don't just fit well, they inspire. From Nike office shirts to Adidas and Oakley designs, they ensure every team and staff look as professional as they perform. They're not just about appearances at Awesome Graphics, they're about empowering teams. So if you're in Southeast New Mexico and need uniforms that speak volumes, the choice is clear. Visit myawesomegraphics.com and discover how they can elevate your team's image. Awesome Graphics, where style meets performance.
Head down to Tate Branch in Hobbs. If you've been thinking about upgrading your ride, now's the time. They've got a huge selection of vehicles from rugged Ram trucks to family-ready Jeep Wagoneers, all backed by their lifetime powertrain warranty. Go see Vanessa at Tate Branch in Hobbs and let her get you rolling in something you love. 4123 North Lovington Highway, or call her at 575-298-1205. That's 298-1205. Go experience the Tate Branch difference. SDR Enterprises of Hobbs is your complete dirt work, hydrovac, hot oiler, and trucking service. If your needs are environmental, hauling materials, or right-of-way seating, SDR has you covered. Call 575-393-8420 to schedule service today. That's 575-393-8420. SDR Enterprises, proudly serving homes, ranches, and businesses across Southeast New Mexico and West Texas. SDR is currently looking to hire an experienced haul truck and vac truck driver. Please visit SDREnterprisesLLC.com and contact us today for more information. SDR Enterprises is an equal opportunity employer with strong family values.
This December, get ready for So Much Fun Free Play at Inn of the Mountain Gods and Casino Apache. Every Tuesday in December, we're picking 5 lucky hot seat winners every hour. Earn just 75 slot points and make sure you're actively playing with your Apache Spirit Club card for a chance to win $250 in free Spirit Play. Don't miss your chance to win big all month long with So Much Fun Free Play at Inn of the Mountain Gods and Casino Apache. Must be 21 or older. See Apache Spirit Club booth for details.
Did you know a 529 education savings plan covers more than just tuition? Tutoring and educational classes, computers and technology, specialized training, continuing education requirements. With a 529 plan from the Education Plan, your savings can support every stage of education, from kindergarten to college to career-ready skills. Start saving today with the Education Plan so they can carry their dreams wherever tomorrow takes them.
Big changes are happening at the Lee County Event Center. They're undergoing a major renovation to bring you a better, more modern venue, inside and out. While the arena is temporarily closed during construction, they're still open for business. The banquet halls remain available and ready to host your next event. From safety meetings and corporate training to baby showers, birthday parties, and wedding receptions, the Lee County Event Center can accommodate you. Need space, service, and support? They have you covered with flexible rooms, affordable rates, and a professional team that cares. Conveniently located in Hobbs, New Mexico on the Lovington Highway. Let them help you plan your perfect event during this exciting time of transformation. Call 575-391-2901 to book today. The Lee County Event Center. The arena is closed, but the banquet halls are open. Your experience is their priority, even during renovation.
Be in the Breakfast Club being powered by Permian Ford and PermianFord.com.
Now, folks, by special request, we're going to take it a little old school.
Welcome back to Be in the Breakfast Club, where B intends to live forever. So far, success.
What's your name, scumbag?
This is not headline news. Google is planning to release its first pair of AI glasses sometime next year. No matter how advanced AI glasses get, they'll never alter reality as much as beer goggles do. Pamela Anderson wants to change her name to honor her ancestry, and because of what pops out when you Google Pamela Anderson. Motley Crue bassist Nikki Sixx turned 67 years old today. He no longer shouts at the devil as much as the neighborhood kid who walks on his lawn. And experts say 2026 will be a terrible job market for college grads. That news update brought to you by OnlyFans. This is not headline news.
7:18 morning show this morning being brought to you by Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply. Find them in Roswell, 1105 East 2nd. Don't forget they have everything if you're living on a farm or a ranch. Locally owned and operated, they're homegrown and proud of it. Part of the community, 1105 East 2nd in Roswell. And if you're looking for anything like feed for the animals, they've got you covered with all of that. Certified Purina dealer, feed, of course, trailers, tank, tack, fencing, material, hardware store inside the store, and looking good Western wear clothes and work gear. 575-622-9164. Don't forget, you can also find them in Capitan at the Lincoln County Mercantile. 719, Blake.
So Rocket's checking in this morning, and he said, those aren't atheists. Those are a-holes.
Yeah.
Real atheists don't care. That's what I was kind of trying to say. Mario B. from Lovington said, talking about that Santa story, said, that confirms what I always suspicioned. Santa is not real. I Hate You All Equally says, auto death sentence for child predators. Then another texter asked, did we do the story on the murder-suicide in Jowl? Did y'all cover that?
I did not see anything.
And talking about the phones, it says, morning, I think Russ, this is Anthem Hater, I think Russ should make Tradio text only. It ran very smoothly, and we didn't have to hear Russ getting mad because the people aren't listening on their phone or the caller
Well,
can't talk
I think it's probably good to have both.
His vote is for text. He said that ran a whole lot smoother. So there you go. Jay in the Patch says, you know how the left cries saying we should have universal health care? Well, if we could, they would cut out all the fraud from Social Security, disability, food stamps, etc., and sending all the money overseas. We could have that health care. Jeffro says, get to work, Rocket. As per usual, thank you. And I'm sure Rocket's going to tell you to get to work, Jeffro. A real Roswell woman says, what would happen if our oil and gas decided to take a respite and New Mexico could not get any taxes from them for a whole year? You'd see what was up real fast.
Oh, man, they would be crying. They would be crying quick.
They would. NPR lover says, do you know if you can buy a firearm in Texas if you have a domestic violence charge on your record?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either, but you'll have to call the FFL over in Texas, they'll tell you. J-Dub from Hobbs said, I think it's time we the people all go take the government over and physically throw 98% of them out and start over. Biggest fan this morning says, I'm a disabled man. I don't collect food stamps. The house I live in is pretty horrible, but I'm not homeless. Would be nice to have some of the money that's given to the illegal aliens. It's not even their country. And they're complaining and moaning that they don't get enough. Maybe they should fix their own country they are so proud of, says biggest fan this morning. Jared Sanders says, Candace Owens was always way out there. She just would say things that you would agree with sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys think anyone is going to be held accountable for their crimes, says this texter?
Accountability is what we need.
It is.
Especially in this state.
Mm-hmm. And Randy Pettigrew is thanking you for the shout out this morning.
Keep fighting, Randy.
Yes, please do. This other texter says, I agree. Text is better for Tradio. And the Artesia Breakfast Club fan says, all Democrats against guns need to have no security protection with guns.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree with that. John from Eunice, good morning, guys. I saw where Rosie O'Donnell came out with another TDS eruption. Tell me, is it Rosie O'Donnell keeping herself relevant, or is it the media keeping her relevant? Same thing for Kamala Harris. The media is what's destroying America. One last one here real quick. What if oil and gas shifted production over to the tribal lands? Could that cut the taxes to the state and send it straight to the tribes? I think that would be a federal thing, and they kind of do, like around Chaco Canyon and stuff. And if you remember...
Yeah, they didn't want that money. They didn't want the Chaco Canyon to end drilling because they wanted the money. The tribes counted on that money.
Yeah, and Deb Haaland, she didn't care.
She killed it.
Yeah,
she killed it.
She didn't care what the tribes think.
Yep, she killed it. So somebody was asking the TV show that I was watching, the Western Abandoned, and I've been on and off watching Homeland, which is a good series. So I'm in between Homeland. I'm finished with Abandoned. I watched the whole damn thing, 8 series, 8 episodes. I'm done. I got it done. According to a brand new study, humans rank surprisingly high among the monogamous species.
Okay.
You know, so like outscoring animals like chimpanzees and dolphins and dogs. I think our monogamous relationships would be much better, you know, on that survey if they would have just taken out professional sports athletes. We would have, man, we'd have been so much better. You know,
like Kareem?
You know, like in the Biden economy, I mean, monogamous relationships were great because that's all you could afford is one. In and out, scrapping the order number 67.
67.
67.
67.
67.
That's why.
Yes, that's why. Because kids are going to the counter and 6'7", 6'7".
Apparently, they showed. I saw a footage on that. There was like a camera crew in and out, and somebody ordered 67, and all the kids just erupted, just screaming 67, 67.
Yeah, first time since the 80s that kids are going nuts over 8675309.
Jenny, someone's calling.
Yeah. And a hiker in Utah got stuck in quicksand up to his thighs over the weekend and spent hours in freezing temperatures and could not get out. Rescuers eventually pulled him out of the quicksand. Quicksand is tough, but at least it's not lava. I'm just saying.
Remember when almost every movie had quicksand in it?
Yes. Thank God it didn't become a 127-hour situation.
Right.
Thank God for that. Quicksand is not good. And according to a new study, people that sleep 7 hours or more have a shorter life expectancy. I mean, if sleep less than 7 hours have a shorter life expectancy.
Because they're living more now? Is that, I mean, they get more life in while they're awake? So the sleepers have to...
I heard about this like right before I went to bed, and then I couldn't go to sleep because I heard about, you know, I had to sleep 7 hours. Which I never sleep 7 hours. If I get a good 5 or 6 hours, I'm good.
I was going to say, for our schedule, for you to get 7 hours, you're going to have to go to bed at like 6 p.m.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. And probably one of the most horrible TV shows that you can watch called Non-Player Combat.
What?
Non-Player Combat, look it up. It's 100% AI-generated reality TV.
That doesn't even sound
Think about this. AI reality TV.
Oxymoron right there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And Frank Cozzolino, HD TV reality star, known for his appearances on Holmes.
Okay.
Passed away at the age of 56. I don't have any cause of death on that. All right, 727, Erica Kirk pushing back on conspiracy theorists. And, you know, she... battling Candace Owens. Candace Owens is going off the deep edge. I don't know if it's a Charlie Kirk thing. No, I don't believe because
she was already.
Yeah, she was being pushed. You see what happens when you get with a white dude? I'm just saying. See what happens when you have twins? She's gone off the cliff.
Well, there may be something to that about the kids and her psychological
maybe
state.
It's could it be hormonal or something? But Erica Kirk pushed back from all the conspiracy theorists, and here's what she had to say yesterday on Fox.
I am busy building. That is how I feel. I do not have time to address the noise. My silence does not mean that I am complacent. My silence does not mean that somehow Turning Point USA and all of the handpicked staff that loved my husband and my husband loved them is somehow in on it. We are busy building. And you know what I thought? I thought these people are human. We're all grieving in our own way. And they are trying to find the answer to something that happened that was so evil. They are trying so hard. And I get that. We're doing the same. Anytime Anytime we hear a lead or anytime we hear anything, we send it to the authorities. Please dig into this. No rock will be unturned.
And a lot of people say that when they look at her, that there's like evil, because of her eyes. I don't see that.
No, and one of the other things she said in that, did you see more of that?
I did. I watched the whole thing.
One of the things I thought was really interesting was when she was talking, they were saying, well, where is he buried? Where is all this? Where is Charlie? And she's like, look, I'm his wife. That's the one thing I'm going to keep private.
And no doubt.
Because when she goes to that graveside, she doesn't want a bunch of people around. She doesn't want people taking pictures.
Well, can you imagine the loony left going out there and probably stealing his body and stuff?
Or a gravestone or any of that
whatever.
Stuff?
No, and then on the other hand, you got other people who would go out there and take pictures.
Right. And
at the gravesite.
But
I don't mind. I have zero problem with keeping that private.
Right. I mean, if you go to a graveside, you don't want somebody there taking pictures of you.
No.
Especially for your husband, and they were obviously very much in love.
Right, no doubt. I got to get to Thought for the Day. I didn't do that this morning. Thought for the Day being brought to you by Wakefield Oil. They've got 40 years of experience delivering oil and gas products in the patch. If you're at that location this morning and you need fuel to run a generator, or maybe you need interstate batteries, give them a call. 575-622-4160 is what they do. Deliver on-road and off-road in the patch. Go to wakefieldOil.com for more information. Thought for the day in memory of Mr. Wendell Wakefield. Thought for the day is we transform our apex predator into our best friend. It's my thought for the day. I got to take it out trash. Things that happen on this date in history still to come. Zelensky finally ready for a Ukrainian election, and years after the President Trump has been pushing this. There have been scandals after scandals. There has been cases where we know certain people working under Zelensky have stolen money, part of the money we have sent to Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
And they haven't been elections since 2019.
Well, they just now got their Dominion voting machine so he can have the elections.
Zelensky said this week that Ukraine can hold elections in 60 to 90 days after President Trump pushed this. And President Trump has said that he is really not down with Ukraine continuing. I mean, how long is this war going to be?
Well, if we don't get it ended soon, it's going to be a forever war.
Yes. And you know what? If it's a forever war, back out. No more money.
Right.
No more money.
Right.
So we'll see how that plays out. Mother charged in the death of her baby that was found head first in a trash can. This story out of Iowa. Kikuk, Iowa. Iowa man facing charges after police say the baby died after being found head first and unresponsive in a trash can. Jayla Bush, 28 years old, arrested and charged with endangering a child resulting in death, according to the criminal complaint at the Lee County Attorney's Office. The baby was found unresponsive in the trash can and died less than they believe that baby would probably have been thrown in that trash can, and they didn't find it until a week later.
Oh, man. It makes you sick.
So threw the baby in the trash can. Bush told officers when she woke up, she found the baby head first and unresponsive in a trash can next to her bed. She said the baby must have crawled over there and fallen in the trash can. By the way, she was on all type of drugs. She was on sleeping medicine and all kind of drugs that she wasn't prescribed to be on. So, craziness.
Prayers for the family.
Yeah. Sonny Holstein saying that Trump is openly embracing the language of white supremacy. What is the language of white supremacy? Would that be English? That's what I was thinking. Pig Latin?
Maybe.
Pig Latin?
And how would she know?
So, Joy Behar said, can we talk a second about the blatant racism now? What in Somalia or Norway?
On The View.
On The View, most definitely. When he called Haiti a shithole.
It is.
It is. It definitely is.
I mean, that's just honesty.
When you talk about Somali and call that a shithole, that's just the truth. That's just the truth. And look, why are people fleeing from these other countries to come to America? I want you to ask that question. Why are people fleeing from other countries to come here? You know why? America's better. America's better. They see the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
I get that. It's better.
Well, I mean, we're going to give them lots of free stuff. Of course, it's better.
Yeah, I mean, if you could just admit that, it is better. I think we're on board with this. I don't think IQ should ever weigh into a decision for the death penalty.
No.
If you committed the murder, I don't care. I don't care. You committed the murder.
Mm-hmm.
You were smart enough to know how to stab somebody or pull the trigger or whatever. Supreme Court wrestling with this as the judges are weighing in on IQ scores to decide if that person gets the death penalty. In the case of Ham versus Smith, centered around the Alabama convicted murderer in the 1990s. But the legal question involves a 2002 decision in the high court, Atkins versus Virginia. So this whole case they're looking at, should IQ, marginal IQs.
No.
I think if you murdered somebody, I don't care about your IQ.
Well, and they're confusing a few things. That's having a lack of any kind of empathy.
Right.
Which has nothing to do with IQ.
I agree. So they're going to look into this, and I hope that they don't look at the IQ. Look, this one guy, Mr. Joseph Clifton Smith, who was sentenced to death in Alabama, scored a 75 on his IQ.
Okay, that's equal to Jasmine Crockett.
That's what I was thinking.
Or AOC.
By the way, what's the average IQ of people that we're bringing here from Somalia?
That's pretty close to that.
That's what I was thinking. So if they kill anybody,
it was like around 80, I think.
If they kill anybody, then they get off. Sheriff Grady Judd, I love this guy. Polk County, California, Polk County, Florida, continue to prove that he is a national treasure. No nonsense, Florida sheriff continuing to push back. They did a press conference about 8 youths that were arrested. That video is out there. And Judge, I think that Judd is probably one of the best sheriffs in America. You don't mess around. You don't mess around in his county, Polk County. So the youths who wanted to rob stores blind, they stole $2,000 from a Dick's Sporting Goods store. And Judd pushed back on this, saying, hey, if you do a crime, you're going to get busted in my county, and we're going to take care of you. There is not going to be any charges dropped. Let them go. If you're a youth and you're arrested, you're going to do some time. Thank you, Polk County Sheriff Judd, sending a message to the kids. And you know what? That's what we should be doing here in New Mexico, is sending a message to the kids. All right, Blake, I want you to listen to what Ian Omar said. And if you could read the captions to let people know where her heart is. It's not for America. It's not for American people. It's all about Somalia. And that Somalia, that whatever Somalis want, America is going to cave. Listen to this. It's in her language. If you're watching, you can read along. Blake will give you what she had to say. Here we go.
jawaabteedu waxay ahayd dowladda Mareykanka waxay ka qabanaysaa wixii annaga aan dhahno dowladda Mareykanka qabo
I don't know if it's covering up the. Anyway, it says they will do what we will want and nothing else. They must follow our orders. That is how we will safeguard the interests of Somali. If I play it over here, I can read it. She said the Somalians must have the confidence in ourselves that we call the shots in the United States. She said we live in the U.S., pay taxes in the U.S., and we have a real voice in the U.S. The U.S. is a country where one of our daughters, myself, is in Congress representing your interests. She's talking to the people in Somalia. She went on to say, for as long as I am a U.S. Congresswoman, Somalia will never be in danger. Its waters, the Indian Ocean, will not be stolen by Ethiopia or others. And she said the U.S. would not dare to support anyone against Somalia to steal our land or our oceans. Sleep in comfort knowing that I am here to protect the interests of Somalia from the inside the U.S. system. So unbelievable that we have a representative that doesn't give a crap about America, that cares about the country they fled from.
Correct me if I'm wrong, any military service.
Treason.
Yes. You took an oath to defend America against foreign and domestic threats.
Treason.
This is a reason why dual citizens shouldn't be allowed to serve in Congress.
Treason.
Yeah.
Treason.
Sedition at the least.
Does she care about America? No. She cares about Somalia.
She said it with her own words.
Yes. She said it. She said it. Crazy. Looks like Republicans, this is why we can't have good things. I've said this for the past 20 years. This is why Republicans can't have good things. You have control of the House. You have control of the Senate. You have the presidency. We're trying to fix this Obamacare mess. COVID is over. We don't need the COVID-era tax breaks.
No.
COVID is over. And now you got moderate Republicans that are breaking with the Republicans and siding now with the Democrats. Brian Fitzpatrick, Republican from Pennsylvania, decided he's going to side with the Democrats. And there are others that think, well, it's a good idea that we just side with the Democrats. Affordable Care Act is not affordable. And you know what? We can kick this damn thing down the street for another year. It's still not going to be affordable in another year. So let's come up with a plan. This is the problem. We do not send decision makers to Washington, D.C. We don't send people that can fix stuff to Washington, D.C. Let's come up with some ideas how we can fix this mess.
Mm-hmm.
Kicking it down just continue to kick it down the street is not going to get us anywhere.
Mm-mm.
It's like credit card debt.
Right.
You know?
Right.
You better come up with a plan because it's sucking all your money.
Yep.
Fix it. Florida man allegedly crashed his stolen BMW and told the deputy what? Blake will have that coming up on the boob of the day. Trump telling Mexico to fix the sewer problem. Sewer flowing from Mexico right there in the San Diego. This problem has been going on a long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
The Tijuana River. You know where our special the SEALs. Where are they? San Diego.
Right.
So there have been several times that contamination in the ocean is so bad that they can't do their water training.
Wow.
Because it's so bad and contaminated.
Wow.
Because they spend a lot of time in the water and.
Wow.
So Mexico does not have a sewer plant where they're just dumping all the crap, and I do mean crap, into the water, and it floods right there in San Diego.
Well, yeah, they don't have to deal with it.
So the president is saying we need to fix this. You need to fix this. How about getting, I don't know, a sewer plant where you can treat it?
Seems pretty reasonable to me.
I mean, caca in the water is not good. Hopefully the Mexican president understood that.
Well, she's going to do whatever the cartels tell her to do.
Yeah, of course she will. Federal agents released a photo of an illegal alien accused of wounding 4 Nebraska officers. Federal officers releasing that photo of the illegal alien accused of wounding 4 officers in Nebraska. This happened earlier this week after severely injuring a 61-year-old man in a random attack. Violent criminal, illegal from El Salvador, shot 4 police officers, had already injured the 61-year-old in a cold-blooded attack in Omaha, Nebraska. By the way, this guy had previous criminal arrest and remained at large in American communities. 28-year-old Juan Ayala Ramos is the guy. Ramos has been in the country for 10 years, living here illegally. Came here as an unaccompanied minor in 2007. 2007, that sounds like more than 10 years to me. I don't know. I got some of that Louisiana math, but that sounds like more than 10 years to me.
It is.
Anyway, he's been charged with assault by strangulation in 2019. Possession of a stolen gun in 2021. Why haven't we deported his ass?
Good question.
Had no insurance. Arrested multiple times, driving without insurance. You know why you're paying so much in your insurance? Your car insurance? You want to complain that you're paying so much for your car insurance, which you are.
Right.
Uninsured drivers. Uninsured drivers. That's the reason. Yeah. Why haven't they deported this guy? Had multiple arrests. I mean, you know, we used to not play around with this. You're a guest in our country. You come here. You commit a crime. You're gone the next day. Your due process was you're in the country illegally. That's it.
Yep.
Don't get it. By the way, they released that database of the worst. And would you be surprised there are people here from living in New Mexico?
No.
Would that surprise you?
No.
Oh, it wouldn't? Didn't surprise you? U.S. Department of Homeland Security launching a new website this week that showcases the worst of the worst people arrested by immigration and custom enforcement. Database allows users to view the arrests in New Mexico. As of Wednesday on that database, 94 people have been arrested in New Mexico, all from convictions or warrants and so on and so forth. Everything from sexual assault to homicide. Go check that website out. By the way, you can go to DHS and check out the worst of the worst. Check them out. All right, we talked about this yesterday. Blake, I'll get your opinion on this. Australia enforcing social media ban on children under the age of 16.
I think that's a backdoor to control.
Yeah, that's what I said. I think it's a great idea keeping kids off social media.
Sure, but it's a parent thing.
Yeah, that's a parent. That's a parental deal. And we can applaud the effort, but at the same time, you know, when the government starts getting involved in my business, what next?
Right.
What if they say 65-year-olds are too old to be on social media?
Or what if they say we don't like your views on things, so you can't be on there?
So I'm kind of against this.
And It's a backdoor control issue.
Yeah, I believe it should be a parental decision.
Yes.
For sure. And millions of illegal aliens are fleeing America. Record-breaking year. 2.5 million self-deportations this year. They've taken the $1,000. 2.5 million self-deportations.
Money well spent.
Some people say, well, you're giving each one of them $1,000. That makes no sense. No. It cost us a whole lot less to self-deport than house them, feed them, and do the whole works.
And even this, Joe Biden wanted to give them $5,000 each for coming here.
Yep. So $1,000, I think that's money well spent. That will get them to their home country and they can establish themselves. And we're giving them a free ride home.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool. All right, we're going to talk about the military defense bill. It passed yesterday in the House. Mm-hmm. How much money are we talking about? We'll talk about that. Major tax breaks are coming in 2026. The beginning of the year, you'll start getting your tax breaks. Major tax cuts kick in next year. Here's what Dana Petrino had to say on Fox yesterday.
On a big, beautiful bill, what they were trying to do is to say, just be patient. Starting in January, you'll start to see things like this. The no tax on tips and overtime, there's a max reduction for tips is $25,000. So imagine if you are somebody who uses tips as part of your salary or to make your living, that will have an impact. The senior deduction, you have to be 65 years old. It phases out at $75,000. But again, for people who are saying gas prices, which are lower, but that food prices are higher, that it's hard for them, that might help as well. There's a no tax on car loan interest. Now, that can be helpful, but what might be even more helpful is what they announced last week, which is they're doing away with some of the EPA rules on these car and fuel mileage. That actually will help bring the cost of cars down, probably even more. And then a child tax credit expansion. That's very bipartisan. A lot of people like this.
So that's going to increase about 10%, the child tax credit. I am interested about the senior. I believe that anybody that's over the age of 75, they paid their taxes. They shouldn't have to pay anymore.
I think 65.
I mean 65. Yeah, 65. They paid their taxes. Why are we going to keep taxing them? I don't care how much money they make.
Right.
Yeah, they paid their fair share. All right, morning show this morning being brought to you by Fens and Artesia. Super savings going on this week at Fens, where they always have the coldest beer in town and great deals. Spiral sliced ham, $1.99 a pound. Get the choice beef arm roast for $4.99 a pound. T-bone steaks, $8.99 a pound. And shank portion ham, 99 cents a pound. Produce department, apples, 3-pound bag for $1.99. Also, Hot House bell peppers for 99 cents each. Avocados are 99 cents each. And you can always find big deals in the deli department. Start off with the wheat bread for $1.58 a loaf. And then we get to the deli department. Bologna, $5.49 a pound. Get the roast beef for $13.99 a pound. And baby Swiss cheese for $8.99. Also save on Pepsi, Mountain Dew, and Big Red. 2 12-packs for $12. All the savings going on at Fens and Artesia. Still to come, taking out the trash on the way. And we'll talk about the big military defense bill from the Department of War. We'll get to that next. Text line 752.
Patricia from West Odessa saying, if we went to their country, we wouldn't get everything for free. Why does America give free stuff to illegals? Good question. And Kevin, Jared Sanders, is saying, it would be tough to get 7 hours of sleep and still average 16 hours of screen time.
Exactly.
NPR lover is talking back about the gun purchase in Texas. It says, I don't agree with that law, but I could see it if it was for felons, talking about domestic violence. Smokey says, okay, how does she not feel the baby crawl around in the bed? How does she not hear the baby crying from the trash can? He calls BS. Skinny Randy says, that's about the baby in the trash can. Skinny Randy, this goes out to the 915 liberal. They are paying protesters $1,000 a day to wear a paper bag over their head while standing in front of Tampon Wall's house with a tampon target on their shirt. You going to be there? 915, there's your opportunity.
Hell, I'll do that.
This texter says, how dare you give Crockett and AOC credit for a 75 IQ when that's their combined number? And Jeffro talking about Ian Omar. She just impeached herself.
Yes.
You can't take an oath and then promise to take care of another country. That's what I'm saying. She should be brought up on charges.
No doubt.
Sedition at the least, probably treason. Another texter says, keep it in Mexico where the sewage belongs. Like, get a treatment plant.
That's nasty.
Junior Munoz said, caca in the water is no good.
No. It looks like a baby Ruth.
And Mario B says 2.5 million self-deportations. That's a lot of money being spent on them.
You got to look at the big picture.
Yeah.
It's like a divorce. You know, you could hold on and not get the divorce, but the big picture is it's cheaper to deport them.
Mm-hmm.
Self-deport.
Mm-hmm. And finally, Linda in Carlsbad says, in South Dakota, the Somali population were the troublemakers. They didn't work. The men spent the day drinking in the park next to the grade school, harassing the Ethiopian Christians and trashing their housing that was sponsored by the Lutheran Church. You cannot take a third world and plunk it down in modern America and expect it to work out. Now, she has a really good point there, is that Somalians are Muslim.
Right.
And the Ethiopians are
Christian.
Vastly Christian. And so when Ian Omar was talking about that.
Yeah, the Ethiopians taking away their land and beach.
And you got to remember that their goal is to take them over.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So how did this mess begin with Somalia? It didn't begin under Joe Biden. Began a while back.
Yeah. So 915 Liberal chiming in.
Here we go.
You call her a traitor. But you take our money to the Philippines.
It's my money, you idiot. It's not the government's money.
And hate migrants, yet brought one.
Wait a second. How can I hate a migrant when I married a migrant? You're really, really not making. You're really showing how stupid you are.
Well, and here, Blake mocks AOC, but he brings nothing to the table.
So
I would take that bet all day long, and I would let you help her.
Yeah. Let me get to, if I send money to the Philippines, that's my money. And look, I've said that my money should be taxed if I send it out of the country. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to exclude myself. I think any money that's sent out of America should be taxed. When you have a country like Mexico, their number one source of revenue, legal revenue, maybe I should say, is money being sent from America to Mexico.
Mm-hmm. That we're losing out on.
So whenever we're sending money out of the country, that money should be taxed. Look, they're going to tax your money if you say somebody in your family dies and you inherit money, they're going to tax you.
Mm-hmm.
But how could I hate an immigrant when I married an immigrant?
Well,
11 years. 11 years.
And Jeffro chiming in on that, Kevin, he said 915 Liberal just showed his IQ, and it's probably around 40.
Man, you people are stupid.
All right.
I mean, straight up just dumb. Wow. All right, we're going to get to Taking Out Trash coming up in just a second. National Anthem and the Pledge still to come. 8:57. House passed the $901 billion military defense bill. After the Republicans revolted, they collapsed. They were like, stick with us here. Final vote was 312 to 110. 18 Republicans and 94 Democrats voted no. So here we go again. You got Republicans that can't vote with Republicans to make things work. They want to be the squeaky wheel, but it passed. And look, I think that's a lot of money, but I don't know how much the previous budget was. $901 billion seems like a lot of money, but, you know, a lot of our equipment is not in good shape. And sooner or later, we are going to be battling China. That's why I'm saying don't treat China like they're something special. Treat them like an enemy. That's what they are. But 13 Republicans defying the GOP leadership and voted with the Democrats. That is not good news. That is not good news. And Blake, did you see that story about the animal that was found near the Carlsbad Caverns? It was uncovered, the Ice Age.
Yes. And they've had those bones for almost 40 years and never figured this out.
So the muskox is what it's called. And so, yeah, they found those bones like in 1976.
Right.
And perfect skull, the whole works. The animal skeleton is perfect. And they discovered it at the Mescot Cave in Carlsbad Caverns. So what's the animal's name? No, the Ice Age muskox.
Muskox.
Yeah. So that's why they called it the Mescot Cave. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got you. So this thing, was alive, prehistoric animal discovered in Carlsbad, which is pretty cool. And if you're worried about algae in the water, remember we had that problem earlier in the summer, the algae in the water at some of our lakes. Don't worry about it. It's not an issue anymore. Yeah, the New Mexico Environmental Department lifted the harmful algae bloom advisory.
Because it doesn't like cold weather.
No, it does not like cold weather. But you know what? You always think that flies will disappear.
Oh, no.
During the winter? No, they're still here.
Yeah.
We've had freezing weather. They're still here.
It's like mosquitoes. Minnesota's really bad for a couple things. Somalis right now and mosquitoes.
Yeah.
And Alaska. Bad for mosquitoes. So cold does not kill them.
What are you talking about? I'm from Louisiana. That's our state bird.
Man, the Louisiana mosquitoes and the Alaska mosquitoes.
That's a state bird.
They're related.
That's the state bird. All right, straight up 8 o'clock, KWMW. Maljamar trying to talk way too fast this morning. Also, KWES 93.5 in Ruidoso and KDAZ AM 700 FM 96.9 in Albuquerque. By the way, if you're watching on any of our streaming platforms, take the time, if you would, to like, share us, give us a review, all that type of stuff, and chat with us on that platform. That really helps the algorithms.
Right.
So if you're an everydayer, we appreciate you. It's very important that you do, you go there and like and share and all that stuff. By the way, we appreciate you watching and listening no matter where you are today. And if you listen every day, we appreciate that so much. Take it out to trash this morning, being brought to you by Trash Eaters, trash-eaters.com, 575-408-1719. They do commercial trash pickup, the big 2- and 4-yard metal dumpsters, residential pickup, 96-gallon polycart. Or if you need a roll-off container, they can accommodate you there, too. If you're just showing up on the job site and you're going, damn, we need a roll-off container, call Kayleen, 575-408-1719. If you're driving, just remember the website. It's trash-eaters.com. Baby Jesus has been banned. Baby Jesus is no longer welcome inside City Hall in Kansas City. Workers were told that any decoration that celebrates the reason for the season would not be allowed. No religious symbols, no nativity scenes. City manager Mario Vasquez sent a memo out to the city council members explaining his decision to ban the Christ child from City Hall. He said that the only decorations that would be permitted would be those that celebrate the season without representing the reason for the season, the faith tradition. Vasquez said the city council is in a place where everybody feels included during the holidays. To ensure City Hall remains a welcoming place for everybody to honor the separation of church and state, we will not display religious symbols as part of our holiday decorations. The memo continuously reads that this helps us respect a wide range of religions and non-religious beliefs held by our employees, our visitors, and our residents. This includes items like decorating a tree, wintergreen, lights, poinsettias. Those things are accepted because they,
Reindeer?
Well, reindeer are accepted, but now we have to worry about a made-up religion called Kwanzaa. And when I say made up, it was made up.
In the 60s.
It was made up. No baby Jesus.
Is that Kansas City, Kansas, or Kansas City, Missouri?
No,
it say?
Kansas City, Kansas.
Okay.
Let me just be the first to say, well, you wouldn't be getting that day off if it wouldn't be for Jesus.
And Ricky Bobby would have no one to pray to when you take away the baby Jesus.
One city council member, Nathan Willett, said he's disgusted and discouraged by the ban of Christmas decorations. So, well, at least you got one person that will stand up.
What about Festivus? They're going to have a poll?
Baby Jesus is banned.
That makes no sense.
Take it out the trash. Being brought to you by Trash Eaters. I know the number has gone down in the number of years, but we're still more than 75% Christian in this country.
Right.
And if you look at the history of this country, Christian. So if that offends anybody, why would it offend somebody?
You mean like Ian Omar?
I don't get why that would offend anybody. Craziness. All right, when we come back, we're talking about new plans to invest in national parks in New Mexico. Vaping has been banned in Dallas, and Gavin Newsom's approval rating is actually going up. And the U.S. looking at scrutinizing foreigners coming into America. They want to look at their social media going back 5 years. And Ruidoso police officer did something really good. We'll talk about that in just a second. It's already 8:05. We're being the Breakfast Club. Things that happen on this date in history. Being brought to you by 2A Tactical. 2A Tactical, firearms and tactical. Look, they've got everything you need. Indoor firing range. 236 East Navajo in Hobbs, veteran-owned and operated. They have the largest selection of guns. Largest selection. They offer financing, suppressors. They offer accessories, optics, safes, tactical gear, firearm safety training. They do all of that and more. Check them out, 2atacticalrange.com. They're open 7 days a week, 236 East Navajo in Hobbs, America. Proud sponsor this morning of things that happen on this date in history.
It was on this date in 1719 that the Aurora Borealis was seen by settlers in New England for the very first time. And if you remember recently, we could see them here. So that was kind of cool. And in 1792, France's King Louis XVI went on trial, and he was accused of treason. Now, unfortunately for him, it was shortly after the guillotine was invented. Yeah, on a positive side, it did cure his migraines. And in 1816, Indiana became the 19th state. In 1950, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that people cannot be forced to testify against themselves in criminal cases. You can take the fifth. And in 1953, talking about Alaska, there was a TV station in Alaska for the very first time. And on this date in 1975, Kevin, the price of first class postage went up to a whopping 13 cents. Thinking we should move from a cost of living raise to a cost of postage raise, if you've seen those recently. Birthdays today. Actress and singer Haley Steinfeld, she plays in Sinners, celebrates her 29th birthday. Now, she's played Kate Bishop in Hawkeye, Emily in Pitch Perfect, Gwen Stacy, Spider-Gwen in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and Charlie in Transformers movie Bumblebee. She's also married to Buffalo Bills quarterback Josh Allen. Rey Mysterio Jr. is 51 today. And I know that everyone knows that he's that WWE luchador. Monique is 58 today. Truthfully, she's less neek than she used to be. Kind of plans a quiet evening at home with her sisters, Unique, Technique, Tanzanique, and Mozambique. Sorry, it was bad.
All of those.
It was bad, I know. We talked Motley Crue earlier, and Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue is celebrating number 67 today. Pick that video for you. And Jermaine Jackson. Jermaine turned 71 today. Of course, the famous older brother of Michael.
Stop it, Michael.
Oh, baby, give me one more chance.
And this being the Christmas season, this is a little appropriate. Brenda Lee turns 81 today, the 60s sensation.
The Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop. Mistletoe hung where you can.
Former Secretary of State and married into money Secretary John Kennedy, Secretary John Kerry, turns 82 today. Now, apparently, he was actually on an episode of Cheers, but they misspelled his name. Oh well. The lead singer of Bread, David Gates, turns 85 today.
Baby, I'ma want you. Baby, I'ma need you. You're the only one I care enough to hurt about.
Some folks no longer with us today. Woman named Annie Jump Cannon. Now, you wonder who she is? She's an astronomer who helped classify stars, which was pretty interesting back in the day. And the cartoonist going by the name of Marge, who was the creator of Little Lulu, left us in 1993. Also in 2024, we lost Terry Garr, of course, Tootsie, Mr. Mom, and Young Frankenstein. Yeah. And Walter Knott left us in 1981. Kevin, do you know who he is?
Have no idea. He's now all knotted up.
He is the founder of Knott's Berry Farm. Yeah, all the jams and stuff, and the first theme park in the nation that Disney built across from out in California. He's also responsible for naming boysenberry. I didn't know that. And it was named after the man who created that berry, named Rudolph Boysen. I thought that was interesting. And if today's your birthday, happy birthday to you. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary to you. And Kevin, those are the
awesome day. Still to come, we're going to talk about rednecks. Fluffy coming up. We'll hear from him. President Trump talks about the tanker that we confiscated. And make that Treasury Secretary Bessent has something to say about the economy. We'll get to all of that coming up in just a second. It's already 8:11, our national anthem and our pledge. Being brought to you by Rebecca Long. Rebecca Long is your proud sponsor of the national anthem and the pledge. She's been with Farmers Insurance for more than 40 years. Look, she started a business when she was very, very young, 19 years of age. 40-plus years later, still going strong. Find her on West Vega and Hobbs, serving the entire state of New Mexico. 575-393-2661. She can take care of all your insurance. She can bundle it all together to save you a lot of money. Home, auto, commercial insurance, recreational insurance, and even life insurance. Her number, 575-393-2661. Call her today. Proud sponsor of the national anthem and the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
God bless America. God bless you. Large prayer this morning being brought to you by Judah Oil, reminding you God is in complete control.
From John chapter 3, verse 17 this morning. For God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but to save the world through him.
Hi, my name is Jose Luevno. I work for Judah Oil. Would you please join us in saying the Lord's Prayer? Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
All right, let's get you updated with news. 8:15 with PM The Breakfast Club. News this morning being brought to you by Ragsdale Law Firm, reminding you accidents happen, and when they happen, you need a trusted law firm. That's Luke Ragsdale, RagsdaleLawFirm.com for more information. They specialize in oil field accidents, medical malpractice, personal injury, car accidents, and more. Call Luke Ragsdale today, 575-208-5300. Free consultation is available, and you never pay until they win your case. Find out more information today. Visit the website, RagsdaleLawFirm.com. 8:15, we're being the Breakfast Club.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. Dueling health care plans will come up for a vote in the Senate today. Democrats want a 3-year extension of Obamacare subsidies. Wyoming Senator John Barrasso earlier on Fox and Friends.
The Democrats are coming to the Senate today to do another bailout of Obamacare.
Democrats say the Republican plan is dead on arrival. What led to Michigan suddenly firing head football coach Sharon Moore?
Moore, who has a wife and 3 daughters, was fired by the school after 2 seasons because it said it had evidence that he was having an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. Well, cops have now released a statement saying that they had responded to investigate an alleged assault and taken a suspect, implied to mean Moore, into custody.
As Fox's Greg Thompson, Charlie Kirk's suspected assassin, Tyler Robinson, expected to make his first in-person court appearance today, 2 p.m. Eastern. America's listening to Fox News.
Michael's Prescription Corner is your one-stop shop for all of your medication needs. Whether you're under the weather or just need your med refills while you're on the road, Oilfield, we're talking to you. The team at Michael's can get you filled and on your way. With 4 locations serving Lee County, it's guaranteed hometown service with a smile you can count on. Michael's Prescription Corner is located in Lovington, Hobbs, Eunice, and now open in Chow. Visit michaelsrxcorner.com for all location information, or simply download their app to submit your refills today. Michael's Prescription Corner, proudly serving all of Lee County.
2A Tactical Firearms and Indoor Firing Range, 236 East Navajo, Suite 1200 in Hobbs, is veteran-owned and the largest firearms dealer around. A state-of-the-art indoor shooting range with a Milo FBI training simulator where you can shoot live fire or laser with over 1,000 different scenarios. Lots of ammo in stock and online, plus a large selection of optics in stock from Night Force, Vortex, EOTech, and more. 2A Tactical carries all types of firearm accessories, including safes, tactical gear, and a new full line of King's Camo in stock. Plus, if 2A Tactical doesn't have what you want in stock, it's sure to be on their huge website, 2atacticalrange.com, where they offer financing, monthly memberships, or hourly rates available, with a huge variety of guns for rent, including a fully auto AR. And 2A Tactical has your suppressors, also known as silencers. And right now, suppressors are getting approved faster than ever. But as always, you can come shoot your suppressors in range even before you're approved. Not your typical gun store. 2A Tactical Firearms and Indoor Firing Range, 236 East Navajo, Suite 1200 in Hobbs, or online at 2atacticalrange.com.
At Kinetic, we know how important fast, reliable internet is to business.
how cybersecurity doesn't just impact your business, but your customers too. How a dependable fiber network turns reliability into opportunities to grow. Without it, no internet service could mean no business. Kinetic Business Ready Internet offers gig speeds, advanced tools, plus internet backup, all designed to keep your business up and running. Internet better with a partner committed to your business. Visit getkineticbusiness.com.
When it comes to protecting your home, sometimes things can come out of left field. That's when it can help to have a game plan. And luckily, Farmers' customizable home insurance packages offer coverage options you can tailor the way you want. Talk with Farmers agent Rebecca Long so you can decide if your coverage is ready for whatever it is that may come your way.
I'm Rebecca Long with Farmers Insurance. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
Discover straightforward home coverage options and more by calling Farmers agent Rebecca Long at 575-393-2661. That's Rebecca Long at 575-393-2661.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
At Kinetic, we know how important fast, reliable internet is to business. How cybersecurity doesn't just impact your business, but your customers too. How a dependable fiber network turns reliability into opportunities to grow. Without it, no internet service could mean no business. Kinetic Business Ready Internet offers gig speeds, advanced tools, plus internet backup, all designed to keep your business up and running. Internet better with a partner committed to your business. Visit getkineticbusiness.com.
Hey, man, turn that down. Where's my keys?
Hey, what's the rush?
I'm headed to the JC to sign up for some classes.
What's the hurry? We barely graduated.
I heard classes are filling up.
So what, you're gonna be a scientist or something?
Man, I could be a welder, police officer, barber, or maybe even a nurse. They make bank.
Yeah, right.
They even have audio and video classes for you.
Really? Hold up. Let me get my keys and I'll drive.
Just roll on out to New Mexico Junior College and register at nmjc.edu today.
What's really going on? Daniel Bellows here at Permian Ford Lincoln, corner of Sanger and El Paso, and I have some big news. You're going to want to listen to this. 2025 Ford models have 0% for 60 months and 90 days of deferred payments. That means you won't have a payment till February, possibly March. Right here at Permian Ford Lincoln, corner of Sanger and El Paso. 0% for 60 months on 2025 model year-end clearance sale is going on right now. You got to get yourself down to Permian Ford Lincoln. We have a huge selection, and we're ready to serve you guys. 1000 North Del Paso Street here, Hobbs, America.
Not all models and trim levels qualify. See dealer for details.
Big changes are happening at the Lee County Event Center. They're undergoing a major renovation to bring you a better, more modern venue, inside and out. While the arena is temporarily closed during construction, they're still open for business. The banquet halls remain available and ready to host your next event. From safety meetings and corporate training to baby showers, birthday parties, and wedding receptions, the Lee County Event Center can accommodate you. Need space, service, and support? They have you covered with flexible rooms, affordable rates, and a professional team that cares. Conveniently located in Hobbs, New Mexico on the Lovington Highway, let them help you plan your perfect event during this exciting time of transformation. Call 575-391-2901 to book today. The Lee County Event Center. The arena is closed, but the banquet halls are open. Your experience is their priority, even during renovation.
Be in the Breakfast Club, being powered by Permian Ford and PermianFord.com.
Dong, ding, dong, ding.
Because we have rednecks too. We do. And they sound exactly like the white ones. You guys are real quiet, huh? You don't believe me? Watch this. White redneck.
I'll tell you what.
Mexican redneck.
¿Sabes qué, güey?
Uh-huh. White redneck, ding, 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 ding. Mexican redneck, we put words and moves to that.
Bailamos con el tuca, bailamos con el bailamos con el tuca, 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 tuca.
I love that guy. I love that guy. Fluffy to the rescue this morning on a Thursday that feels a whole bunch like a Friday. Does it feel like a Friday to you?
Kind of. My days are running together, though. So
yeah. I got to go to Dexter this afternoon, see my granddaughter play some basketball.
Right on.
And so be there this afternoon and back in the stomping grounds.
That's fun.
All right, running late this morning, being brought to you by Pops Power Washing, 11 years, and Eric has never been late. He gets out there, cleans up your oil field equipment, cleans up the spills, and even takes care of the company fleet. If your power washing person has been running late, you've expected him for the last week, you might want to pick up the phone, call Eric this morning, 575-704-0330. Pops Power Washing, 575-704-0330. Check them out today. McDonald's has pulled the latest holiday ad from the Netherlands after viewers slammed the spot for its AI visuals.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if McDonald's is also the food is made.
Well, there's been questions about that for a long time.
McDonald's in the Netherlands is a little different. Don't they have reindeer burgers? I think they might.
I think they do.
I think they do. Hiker in Utah got stuck in quicksand. We talked about that story. I thought I had X that one off. What the heck? And Beyonce announced she'll return to the Met Gala in a big way. The pop star is set to co-chair the 2026 event at the Met, and it's going to be fashion's biggest night in a decade. That's what she's calling it.
Okay.
You don't say no to Beyonce, because if you do, then her husband gets very upset, Jay-Z. She said it's going to be that she's a fashion icon. Yeah, a denim onesie and a pair of cowboy boots. That's not a fashion icon.
A self-proclaimed fashion icon.
Like I just said, a onesie and cowboy boots. People have been wearing that. You didn't invent that. I'm just saying. Some chick down in Carlsbad invented that. Not picking on you, Carlsbad, but IRS received over 1 million calls this year. 1 million calls.
Okay.
You know what I do? I don't call the IRS.
Then they got your number.
Yeah. By the way, about 50 million of those calls are still on hold. Have you ever tried calling the IRS? Have you ever tried calling Medicare? Oh, my goodness. Yeah, my insurance, Medicare, since I don't have with a supplement.
Right.
All my inquiries have to be in writing, not online. Oh. What year is it? 2025. So if I have to file a complaint or anything that, they didn't pay a bill, everything has to be done in writing.
That's like 1975.
I'm telling you. That goes way, way back. President Trump talked about the big tanker that we took over yesterday. Here's what the president had to say about that.
As you probably know, we've just seized a tanker on the coast of Venezuela, large tanker, very large. Largest one ever seized, actually. And other things are happening, so you'll be seeing that later, and you'll be talking about that later with some other people. Very excitingly for me and for...
Yeah, it was the largest tanker ever seized.
I'm telling you,
it was the largest one ever seized.
I understand sinking drug boats.
Yeah,
seizing a tanker.
Yeah, well, we've done that before. We've done that
when we were at war.
Well, even when we weren't at war with like Iraq in the beginning, we seized the tankers. If they were leaving, we seized them, and the chokehold those people.
Did we seize them or detain them?
I think we seized them.
Okay.
Yeah, because we even put up. Remember, we put explosive device mines all over the place.
I remember that.
Yeah. And said, "Go ahead, try to leave.
Yeah.
Try to leave the damn port now. We got mines all up in here."
I'm just saying.
So, Scott Bessent, the Treasury Secretary, talking about how the economy is going. Here's what he says.
So I think we're on a very good track on inflation. And I'm also the IRS commissioner as well as the Treasury Secretary. And I can see that the president's signature initiatives in the One Big Beautiful Bill, and I tell you, he fought harder than anyone for these. No tax on tips, no tax on the overtime, no tax on Social Security, auto deductibility. That the bill was passed in July. Working Americans didn't change their withholding, so they're going to be getting very large refunds in the first quarter.
So if they didn't change their filing status and their deductions, they're going to be getting buku money. So I didn't know he was the IRS director.
Well, it's Department of Treasury.
Well, but it's temporary because they haven't. You know, the way
because the Democrats won't let any nominations go through.
The way we get things approved, like Steve Pierce for the Department of BLM, maybe the third year of. I mean, I'm just saying, how can we operate when we don't have people in place?
Yeah. Well, and the bad thing about that is, like, and we're going to take Steve as an example. If he's not in place to head the BLM, then it reverts kind of back down at the state level for each state. So New Mexico BLM can do something different than Colorado.
It makes no sense because then you have somebody in charge of the BLM that hasn't been approved.
Right.
So wouldn't it be easier just to approve these people?
Well, and
quit playing games.
And when it comes to some departments like that, why doesn't the executive just get the choice to make that?
Yeah. I wouldn't have a problem with that. Lakeview, Oregon didn't have enough money to buy a snowplow for their streets, so they came up with a fundraiser, a nude calendar featuring senior citizens. And by the way, thank God they
strategically,
they made enough money to buy a plow this year. And they even had enough barbecue pits in the area that they burned all the calendars. They were like, look, we'll give you the money if you burn all the calendars. Percy Jackson and the Olympians will be back on season 2 of Disney, in case you were keeping up with that. And 25 years ago this week, U2 made their first appearance on Saturday Night Live, going back just a number of years. Officials unveiling the plan to improve the quality of national parks in New Mexico. As I look at some of the parks, getting a bunch of money, Carlsbad Caverns on that list, Pecos Wilderness Area, just to name a couple, White Mountain Wilderness Area on the list. And so they're going to spend a lot of money on our parks. And a lot of this money will be to improve air quality around our national parks.
Okay.
Improve the toxic air pollutants around some of our parks.
If they say so.
Yeah. I thought that was just fog. I'm sorry. It wasn't.
Around what parks?
Well, they mentioned Carlsbad. I don't see a haze.
No. They just don't like oil and gas.
Looks like Gavin Newsom's favorability rating surges in California. The anti-Trump bump for Gavin Newsom. Look, they had to go borrow money because they were in arrears. And Gavin Newsom's, is a fair. Look, if we have discovered one thing, is that people in California are stupid. Just like Albuquerque. Look, we have crime, homelessness, and what do they do? They elect the same mayor.
Yep.
Same guy.
Yep.
Democrats are well known for creating a problem and then blaming it on somebody else.
Well, and
we got to fix it.
And Gavin Newsom got them how far in the hole?
Yep. $6 billion.
There you go.
$6 billion. Yeah, well, we got to fix these problems that we created. The Affordable Care Act is not that affordable. You created it.
Well, that's your fault.
You created it. Hey, if you're heading to Dallas and you are a vapor, you vape and vape a whole bunch. Dallas enforcing a new rule. It went into effect December 11th. Wait, that's today. Right? Yeah, today is the day. So smoking restrictions, and that includes vaping in public spaces. So new ordinance takes effect. I can't speak this morning. Takes effect starting today. So if you are somebody that vapes, don't vape in Dallas.
Nope.
In public places. Nope. By the way, there is like a 1-year grace period for residents and business owners and operators to come into compliance because not only is it not allowed in public spaces, which I would think would be outdoor,
right?
But it's not allowed in restaurants, bars,
because it's considered smoking.
It's considered so they don't look at vaping and smoking different. It's just not allowed. So, and by the way, even outdoors, if you're within 15 feet of a building entrance, not allowed. So.
And I kind of understand that. No one really when you go up here to Allsup's, you don't have to you don't like walking between the two people smoking on either side of the door.
Those are mostly the workers.
They are.
Yeah.
But still, you have to walk through that to get in.
Yeah.
And, there's a lot of those that we won't go to because my wife is allergic to smoke. So if they're out there smoking right in front of the door, she can't go in.
Yeah. So if you're going to Dallas, no vaping allowed. U.S. plans to scrutinize individuals that are coming to America. So travelers visiting the United States from countries like Britain and France and Germany and South Korea could soon undergo a review of their social media history.
What?
Look, I'm not really worried about the visitors because they're going home at some point. So if we're going to give a tourist visa?
Yeah, I mean,
they're going to look. I do believe that if you're going to become a citizen, they should look at your social media.
Sure.
They should be looking at your social media.
Just like if you're going for a job.
Yeah. I don't think that's part of the criteria to become a citizen. I don't think they're looking at social media posts. And we're worried about Britain and France and Germany. Man, I'm more worried about some of these countries like Iraq and China,
Somalia,
and Russia and Somalia, Haiti. So they could look at 5 years of your social. I can't see them doing that for. Now, could they run it through a program that looks for keywords?
Sure.
Yeah.
And they'll do that.
Yeah. But there ain't no way you got time to scan 5 years of social media. And by the way, if you're looking at my wife's social media, she posts 20 times a day. How are you going to look at all that? Most of it's food porn and stuff like that. But
it's going to be some millennial. That's a job for them.
Oh, my Lord. Looks like Ruidoso police officer helps out with a brush fire. So the officer is being applauded for jumping into the action, keeping a bad situation from getting worse. On Saturday morning, Officer Michael Mackwich was on his way to Carrizozo when he came across a brush fire on the side of the road. That happens sometimes when, it's dry and then trucks pull on the side of the road or cars pull on the side of the road. Catalytic converter starts the fire. Yeah. His unit's dash video showed him grabbing a fire extinguisher and putting out that fire. Thank you. One thing that we don't need in Lincoln County is another fire.
No.
So thank you for doing that. Michigan man died of rabies after a kidney transplant. I'm still scratching my head going, how this happened? So the Michigan man died of rabies after he received a kidney transplant from a donor who fought a skunk.
Oh.
And got rabies.
But they didn't know?
They didn't know. So the man whose identity was not made public by the agency received a kidney transplant from an Idaho donor at the Ohio hospital in December of 2024 and died in late 2025, 51 days after obtaining that kidney transplant. Wow. 5 weeks after receiving the kidney transplant, the victim began experiencing tremors, weakness in his extremities, confusion, all kind of other things, and they could not figure it out. By the 6th week, the man was hospitalized with fever, and
it's too late at that point.
Yeah, at that point, too late. He was placed on a ventilator 2 days later after being admitted to the hospital. Doctors ended up contacting the Department of Health and CDC and find out more information, signs and symptoms of rabies. So
100% fatal.
Man. This is why it's so important. Look, I get it. It was a skunk, and that's one animal I don't want to fight. A skunk.
Well, they're one of the 5 high rabies carrying animals.
But man, if you have animals,
and they can get bit and not know it.
Yeah, get that rabies vaccination. Get your animals taken care of. That is so important.
Yes,
so important. Be a responsible pet owner.
And for your pets, it's not I had it once and it's good forever. It's that is something you need to annually do.
Yeah. Is it annually?
It's annually.
Wow.
Yeah. And the older the pet is, the way that vaccination works is the more doses that they get in their life as they go on, the higher their titer level becomes. And that's the antibodies.
Man, if you have ever seen an animal with rabies, it's
heartbreaking.
It is, because it makes them cray-cray.
Mm-hmm. And it's fatal for every mammal that gets rabies. If it goes to the symptoms, it's fatal.
Yeah. FBI arrested the alleged MS-13 assassin. This guy was part of the kill squad. And where did they discover him? In the heartland of Nebraska. So this guy is a Honduran national. His name is Gerson Soto. Is believed to be responsible for overseeing one of the major kill squad units. Suspect executed the former president of Honduras. And this guy is here in America. Come on. Come one, come all. Come to America. We'll let you in. By the way, FBI task force say they discovered this guy. MS-13 leader known as La Misa. I'm just going, these are the people that we don't want to. You think that guy got a job? No, he's already got a job.
Yeah.
Drugs and assassinations. That's it. And President Trump barrels past a blockade to advance 100 Trump nominees. The Senate Republicans rammed through the first procedural hurdle on their road to confirm 100 of the president's nominees. They did that on Wednesday. The move tees up another 97 that haven't been approved. We're a year almost until this administration.
Wow.
And we haven't got all the people approved yet. Wow. That's crazy. And Lloyd Doggett, Democrat from Texas, announcing he is not running. He has been
still alive?
Yeah, redistrict. How old is this guy? He's 70, 80, almost 80 years 80. Old. Yeah. So Doggett says he will not run after the redistricting.
We need him gone.
Yes.
He's part of the problem.
So I don't know anything about Doggett because he definitely is not up front in politics.
No, and now he's almost a moderate, but he used to be one of the very liberal ones.
Wow. So he's done. He's not going to run. And, dude, you're 80 years old. Go have some fun.
But these politicians view that as their job. Like, that's a career for them. And the founders didn't want it to be.
Go sit by the pool.
Yeah.
You know, you've made a lot of money in Congress. Go sit by the pool. Have you one of those drinks with the umbrellas on it? Couple bikini chicks. I mean,
they have them, and I bet you he's one of the guys that when they start releasing the lower level names on Epstein.
Oh,
I'm not saying it is. I would be willing to bet.
And by the way, when I say go sit by the pool with the umbrella drink and a couple chicks in bikini, I'm not talking about underage kids.
Right.
I want to make sure you know that. All right, 843 morning show this morning being brought to you by Seminole Siding and Construction, trusted name across southeast New Mexico. They do the big construction jobs. You want a big metal building? Yeah, commercial or industrial metal building, they can accommodate that. Now they also can do the smaller projects, the patios and the carports, or metal roofs or shingle roofs, or if you're thinking about overhauling everything to do with your home. That's not a problem. You want to remodel the outside of your home, new siding, new windows, new doors. Probably need the windows. A lot of your energy savings are going right out the window. Give them a call, 575-391-1430, Seminole Siding and Construction.com for more information. Blake in the text, 843.
Good morning, B. Do you feel that taxes should not be pulled out on someone over 65 that's using a 401k?
Yeah, I just think anybody that's over 65 should not be taxed. You've paid taxes for your entire life. You shouldn't be taxed on anything at that point.
And Jason from the VFW says this morning, you ask when the trouble began with Ethiopia and Somalia. You'll find that in Acts chapter 8.
Jared. Thank you. You're spot on. I was talking really about the Somalis coming over here to America and bringing the problems to America.
Jared Sanders chiming in this morning said, baby Jesus is no longer allowed on the courthouse lawn in Roswell either.
Are you for real?
Really?
I mean, is that true? Can somebody check on that in Roswell? I want to tell you, I want a picture of the nativity scene with baby Jesus gone.
And a simple woman says, morning, fellas. Watching y'all on YouTube this week has been so much fun while making Christmas presents. Y'all have an awesome day. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Too.
Appreciate that.
NPR lover says, what makes you so sure we're going to war with China? I think they already know that we're going to self-destruct. Yeah.
And you're happy about that or what?
I don't know. Monica Hader this morning says, but did that chicken in Carlsbad have the curves that Beyonce did? Talking about the outfit. Talking about the oil tanker, this texter says, Democrats will now call Trump a pirate and no better than a Somalian.
So if you're walking on camera, she was built like this. Not like this.
Right. Carpenter string.
Block shape.
Now, Certified White Boy says, on banning Jesus in Christmas, it makes perfect sense, Blake. The Bible teaches us that in the end of times, Christians will endure trials and tribulations and attacks on our faith. We will face persecutions, but must stand as witnesses for our Lord and Savior. This is the beginning of the persecution of Christians in the West. It's already happening everywhere else. Be ready, followers of Jesus. Suit up your armor of God. Stay in prayer and for our brothers and sisters in Christ. And pray for those who wish our death and destruction. Ricky and Hobbs this morning, let me go. On the Kansas City thing about Christians on Christmas, I am sick and tired of the needs of the few outweighing the needs of the many.
That's exactly what you have.
Christianity is still the majority religion here in America. And he had originally typed it the other way around and corrected it. I'm all for oil and gas, but there is definitely a heavy haze in Carlsbad, says David Beltran this morning.
Really? I've never noticed it.
I haven't either.
Maybe I need to clean my glasses.
Mario B. from Lovington says, anything on the $2,000 tariff relief payment that Trump is trying to send to low and middle class Americans?
They're still trying to get all that situated.
This texter says, majority of roadside grass fires are caused by lit cigarette butts tossed out of passing vehicles. And one last one, it says, it's not about the money for politicians. It's about power. So in other words, they don't really care about the money, though that comes along with it. They really just want the power.
The power.
I think they want money and power, and let's see if I have any other ones this morning. Oh, one last one. Good morning to the best radio show host in America. 915 liberal is like a goose. Wakes up in a new world every single day. And obvious, his head is buried in his backside. Yeah, we'll go out on that one, Kevin.
Thank you. Thank you. That guy. All right, boob of the day on the way. We're going to talk about the gold card is being sent out. Look, I'm not a backer of paying for citizenship.
Well, for them paying us to be,
But
I'm not in favor of this.
I'm not the gold card. I'm not in favor of it. But a lot of people signing up $1 million to become a citizen.
Well, it's that doesn't automatically.
No.
Citizenship.
It gives them the or the EB-5 visa, which would allow them to work.
Right.
And so it will generate foreign interest and investment in America to a certain degree.
But it is pay to play.
Yeah, it is pay to play. I don't know if I'm backing that. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about PepsiCo cutting products. We talked a little bit about that. And Lincoln National Forest is going to burn about 185 acres. I'll tell you where that's going to happen. And police arrested a Christmas tree thief that was dressed up as Santa. By the way, you suck. That's that is no good. That is terrible. All righty, 849. We'll get you updated with news coming up in a second. Boob of the day being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. Medical professionals on staff. They've got a lab right there in the office. And Missy is in there. She's doing those vitamin-infused IVs and all kind of other type IVs. Well, I went in there to give blood Tuesday. There was a gentleman in there getting a vitamin IV. So go check them out. You've probably seen that on social media in other big cities where people are doing the vitamin-infused IVs. You can get that at Desert Functional. Skinny shots. You need medical personnel to, recommend the dose and just kind of watch you as you begin starting taking the skinny shot. So if you've been thinking about losing weight, I know it's the holidays. Mm-hmm. You're thinking about losing weight, skinny shots can help you. Talk to them. 3900 North Lovington Highway. They also offer hormonal optimization, and they do testosterone replacement therapy. And if you're living in pain, talk to them about stem cell and ozone therapy. Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics, proud sponsor of the Boob of the Day, 575-964-8025. Find them right there on the Lovington Highway in Hobbs, very close to Walmart. Check them out today.
This guy, a marvel of modern science. Or he's on something pretty good. 36-year-old guy in Florida named Calvin Johnson, now don't confuse him with Megatron, was arrested earlier this week after crashing a stolen BMW. Now, when the cops asked him what was going on, he claimed he was, quote, teleported into the vehicle. He also made reference to the X-Men and told officers, quote, you saved me from the aliens. Now, he was taken to the hospital to be checked out. In a video from the scene, Calvin looks like he suffered some kind of head injury, but his imagination may have been boosted by substances or something else. Now, there's no real official word on that, but he's been charged with grand theft auto and driving on a license that was suspended. Bond has been set at $2,650, so he also has an extensive criminal record with convictions for grand theft, trespass, obstruction, and loitering, and apparently now for teleportation. But he is the boob.
Teleported.
He is the boob of the day.
Boob of the Day being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. Check them out today. Just weigh myself. Maybe I need to get on them skinny shots.
There you go.
Maybe I need to get on the skinny shots.
You going to be fitting in skinny jeans?
I'm doing 10,000 steps a day plus working out, so I should be fine.
Well, it's all that ice cream.
I'm not eating no ice cream. Fried food, maybe. Well, maybe that's part of the problem. 8:52. Check on the weather this morning being brought to you by our buddies at A Custom Construction and Roofing. Roofing and insurance specialists. Hey, licensed and bonded and insured. And they work with insurance companies pretty much every day. They are insurance specialists. A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau. Check them out. 30 years experience, 30 years having that A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau. They can take care of all your construction projects, take care of your roof and more. If you've had roofing issues, skylight issues, and that type of stuff, thinking about a patio, carport, maybe an addition to the house, remodel in the house, A Custom Construction and Roofing can take care of all of that. 575-318-9725. And warning you about the unlicensed out-of-town contractors. When you do business with guys like that, the day they leave, the warranty is void. Call Dwayne Pennick instead. A Custom Construction and Roofing. Sunny today, up to about 71 in southeast New Mexico. 43 coming up for tonight. And then 69 tomorrow. As I scan ahead, weekend weather, 71. But Sunday, colder temperatures with a high only getting up to 49. Nuts.
Wow.
Yeah, Ruidoso, 63 and sunny, 39 coming up for tonight, and then 61 tomorrow. And a great-looking weekend and the forecast for Lincoln County. And for Albuquerque, 65 and sunny today, 32 tonight, 64 and sunny tomorrow, and your weekend looks real, real good. 5-day forecast, go to W105radio.com. Check of the weather being brought to you by North Star Laundry, one-stop shop for all your laundry. Yeah, they offer dry cleaning and pressing and starching. Walk in, drop off all the clothes. Then come back and pick them up a couple days later. Everything folded or, all your dry cleaning done or your starching done.
Pretty nice.
If you're working in the patch and don't have time, sit at the laundromat all day. This is perfect for you. Now, right. They do have coin-operated machines and open 7 days a week at all the locations. But, drop the clothes off and let them take care of all of that for you. 609 West Lee, Carlsbad, 604 West Church in Carlsbad, and 406 West Cedar in Loving. 8:55, Blake in the text, then we'll take a break.
Steve from Eunice says, most of the haze is dirt in the air. And James in Eunice said that as well, said the haze is the dust in the air from the traffic on the dirt roads. Ricky in Hobbs says, thank you, Blake, for reading it the way I intended to write it and not the way that I did. You're welcome, Ricky. Thanks for telling me you wanted that the other way around. Little Jealous says, Kevin, your whole show demeanor has been different this week. What's going on? I enjoy it. Okay.
Same thing every day.
Jose, by the way, says, good morning, guys. Keep doing God's work. I walk anywhere from 16,000 to 20,000 steps a day. The most in a month is 133,000.
Wow, that's how you're getting it, brother.
They said 10,000 to walk in the park.
Yeah.
Hiya, fellers, says Tim K. in Midland. Once a person shows signs of rabies, it's too late. Yes, that's correct. It must be treated during the incubation period. Correct. Which can be anywhere from 2 days to 3 months. It's crazy to think that even in this day and age, almost 100,000 people per year die worldwide from rabies. Bats and skunks are the most prolific carriers. That's true, along with foxes, coyotes. Yeah, there you go. Says Tim K. And Spinkter Speaker says, oh man, I thought y'all liked the history fact. I don't know what that's in relation to, but okay. We like history.
Here's the update on the nativity scene in Chaves County. They said there has been a lawsuit filed, a threat against Chaves County about the nativity scene. So that's why they have moved the nativity scene from the courthouse.
Oh, so all they got to do is threaten litigation and they will cave. And they will cave. Huh.
So I'm going to see if I can send a buddy a message about that.
Two Notch says, I don't believe that the haze is all from the dirt, maybe 60%. The rest is contamination of oil field gases, is what they're saying this morning. So if you don't like something in Roswell, you can just threaten to sue them and they'll change it?
Yep. No, evidently. evidently. And you remember all the kickback that was coming from the Border Patrol in Louisiana? Mm-hmm. Yesterday, I saw video of the Border Patrol chief.
Right.
What's his name? Jaffino or anyway, he's over there. Bavino is his name. He's over there taking pictures with people in the convenience stores and stuff. They're coming up to him asking if he can take a picture with them.
Right on.
All these African-American women are out there. Come here, cutie. Let me take a picture with you.
Yeah.
So what you see all the time is not
right.
Is not what it is.
Right. Sphincter Speaker.
Oh, here he's back.
Yeah, because he had texted in front
of that. Was he a little bruised earlier?
I guess. Now
Spencer was bruised.
I guess he actually got this one pretty close to right. This is what it says. I'm going to read it the way he says it, and some of his history facts are correct.
Okay.
It says it's not important but interesting. In the Bible, shepherds were tending the flocks when Jesus was born. They do that in the spring, so Jesus probably wasn't born in December. I think everybody already kind of knows that, and he's right about that. Christmas comes from the Roman holiday Sol Invictus, and he spelt it wrong, but you could go look it up if you want to. It means victory of the sun and marks the day that the nights start to get shorter. Yes, close. It's the 21st of December instead of the 25th. But anyway, and the days get longer, a.k.a. or the winter solstice. Roman Christians co-opted the date because they wanted the holiday for themselves, just like most of our modern holidays. And that is correct too. Celebrate it for whatever reason you want. It's just a fun fact. So there you go. He can talk.
But it is a Christian holiday.
Yes, they just use the date.
Yeah. It is a Christian holiday. And I think we can agree that 75% of Americans believe in God, believe in the Christian God.
Right. And it's like a lot of other holidays.
Yeah,
where they use days that people were already celebrating.
Martin
Easter
Luther
is
King Day is not on his birthday.
No. And, Joseph and Mary were going for the census, and that doesn't happen in the wintertime either. That happens in the spring and summer.
Yeah. All right, we're going to talk about the gold card coming up next. We'll get to that. Talk about the Trump gold card. If you want to buy your citizenship, this is the way to do it. Also, Pepsi making some cuts and taking the fizz out of their drink. We'll talk about that. And the guys that were they were Christmas tree thieves dressed as Santa, and the governor of Illinois making it harder for ICE to arrest people. Is that going to help? Probably not. And Mark Zuckerberg with his brand new boat. How big is the boat? I think he's overcompensating for something.
Probably.
We'll get to that. 901 KWMW, Maljamar, 105.1 FM, KWES, 93.5 in Rio Doso, KDAZ AM 700 FM, 96.9 in Albuquerque. If you're watching on any of our streaming platforms, thank you. Take the time to like us, share us, give us a review if you would. Give us the 5-star now. Don't play around with me this morning. Give me the 5-star.
Leave a comment, too, because that helps on the algorithm.
And by the way, if you have been watching, we appreciate that. And do us a favor, share it with your friends. And just take the time to just do that for us.
Thumbs up, alarm bell.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Thumbs up. Don't give me a damn thumbs down. Do not give me a thumbs down. I will stalk you like Ian Omar. Say something about Somalis. Go ahead, say it. Say something about them. All right, we're going to get to all those stories coming up in just a second. News this morning being brought to you by La Tienda in Pecos, Texas. Find them on Eddy Street. Some of the savings going on this week. Spiral ham, just $1.99 a pound. Get the arm roast. It's beef choice for $4.99 a pound. T-bone steaks are $8.99 a pound. Shank portion ham, 99 cents a pound. Produce department, get the apples, 3-pound bag, $1.99. 3 large bell peppers for $1. Also avocados, 99 cents each. Save right now in the deli department. Start off with wheat bread for $1.58 a loaf. Also get the bologna for $5.49 a pound. Roast beef is $13.99 a pound. Baby Swiss cheese is just $8.99 a pound. Plus many specials throughout the store. If you're new to Pecos, Texas, see them right there on Eddy Street. La Tienda with savings this week like Coke, Dr. Pepper, and Sprite. 3 12-packs for $15. Check it all out today. La Tienda in Pecos, Texas. 9:03. We're being the Breakfast Club. We're taking a break. We're coming right back.
MTD Radio News, I'm Blake Ovard. The embattled New Mexico Children, Youth, and Families Department has had years of documented problems with failing to protect children in the state. From children being abducted by non-custodial parents to children dying while they were under supervised care of CYFD, and workers in the agency communicating on secret channels that were kept from public scrutiny, the agency has had repeated promises of oversight by everyone from Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham, who made it a centerpiece of her re-election bid, to other elected officials. Now, finally, New Mexico is making its first watchdog agency to monitor the department. Under the control of the New Mexico Attorney General, the Office of the Child Advocate is expected to open next year, and the committee tasked with picking that leader is well underway in its work. A bipartisan group of lawmakers backed House Bill 5, creating the agency, and a handful of candidates vying to lead that office have already been interviewed.
We, as you know, have broad statutory authority in the state of New Mexico, and for the Child Advocate to be sending us investigations and recommendations and tips and things of that nature, it makes sense for our office to tackle since we do have a broad range of statutory obligations.
Said Chief of Staff of the New Mexico Department of Justice, Lauren Rodriguez. The interview team is hoping to narrow down the pool of candidates from 8 before sending their suggestions to the governor, who will have ultimate say in who leads the new office. The governor is expected to make that pick by January. And that's the way it is. I'm Blake Ovard. This is MTD Radio News.
Wilbanks LLC and Wilbanks Trucking Services LLC have over 37 years of experience from 1987 to 2025 in the Permian Basin oil and gas industry. Wilbanks recently divested out of the rig moving operations to focus exclusively on providing crane services to support the growing demand in the basin. Wilbanks continues to provide quality, expert, and performance-based services to a multitude of customers. With a fleet ranging from 60-ton to 350-ton cranes, locations in Hobbs, Artesia, and Odessa, they hope that you will consider their team for projects ranging from plant builds, compressor sets, to general site builds. Please call 575-746-6318 to find out what they can do for you. Wilbanks LLC, your regional expert in the crane work.
What's really going on? Daniel Bellis here, Permian Ford Lincoln, and it's a first-come, first-served basis, guys. We have a big announcement on 2025 model year-end clearance. It's called the Year-End Savings Event, and it gives you 0% for 60 months and 90 days of deferred payment on all 2025 models left in stock. Come check us out. It's a first-come, first-served basis. You want to make sure that you get the ones that you like, and yes, it does include America's best-selling truck F-150. It does include our Ford Super Duties, guys. Come and check us out. We're going to be excited to help you guys out. 1000 North Del Paso Street here in Hobbs, America.
Not all models and trim levels qualify. See dealer for details.
Did you know a 529 education savings plan covers more than just tuition? Tutoring and educational classes, computers and technology, specialized training, continuing education requirements. With a 529 plan from the Education Plan, your savings can support every stage of education, from kindergarten to college to career-ready skills. Start saving today with the Education Plan, so they can carry their dreams wherever tomorrow takes them.
If you need an aggressive, experienced personal injury attorney who is honest and true, you need to get the Gorilla.
So I'm 23 years old. I worked at a warehouse, and I took an injury which caused the amputation of my right leg. I was approached by a specific firm, and they turned my case down within 5 minutes. I was told to come visit the Gorilla Law Firm, and immediately they saw potential in my case. And I tell you what, Gorilla Law Firm had my back when no one else did. The Gorilla Law Firm made me a multi-millionaire. And if you're injured, you call the Gorilla Law Firm too.
The Gorilla Law Firm, 3130 North Grimes and Hobbs, or call 575-964-2720.
This Hobbs Eagles Sports Update is brought to you by America Supply in Hobbs, locally owned and operated, and a proud supporter of Hobbs Eagles athletics.
Looking for oil field, industrial, and safety supplies? Go to America Supply. Need cleaning supplies? America Supply has that too. How about restaurant and food truck supplies? Are you beginning to see a trend here? America Supply carries everything from H2S and quad monitors, fire extinguishers and first aid kits, to safety glasses, vests, FR clothing, fall protection, and gloves of all types. They have your slings and whip checks, your lift straps and cam locks, your adapters, pipe fittings, and threaders. They have many name brands like Lockout, Tagout, Pelican, Milwaukee, Rigid, and so many more. Visit America Supply to find exactly what you're looking for and then some. 502 North Grimes and Hobbs under the Big American Eagle or call 575-393-3383.
Patrick Rooney here with MTD Radio Sports. I'm here with Coach Ronald Ross of the Hobbs Eagles boys basketball team. Coach, with week 1 being wrapped up, how do you feel about where the team is at?
There was an opportunity for growth. We have a completely new team. We lost a lot of seniors last year. And guys identifying roles not only within the team, but also as far as character-wise, leadership and things along those lines. So I think last week was a lot of growth for us, we had some success and then we had some humbling moments. And overall, I thought it was good for us.
You guys squeaked out a close win against a tough team Monday night. What are your takeaways from that game?
It was a game where you had to play the entire game. My motto with the team from day one when we started preparation was it's not a 29-minute game. It's not a 30-minute game. It's going to take the full 32 minutes of the game to win it. And we were able to do that. The game was tied first quarter, second quarter. Third quarter was a 1-point difference. And, that last 2-3 minutes in the end of the fourth, we were able to kind of get a little bit of distance, make a couple of plays down the stretch. They gave us a chance to win.
This has been your Hobbs Eagles Sports Update, brought to you by America Supply, 502 North Grimes and Hobbs, or call 575-393-3383.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Permian Ford and PermianFord.com. Home of the lifetime Permian Powertrain promise.
Let's get it on!
You're a lot smarter than I look.
We asked Southeast New Mexico what they wanted in a morning show, and they told us. We're tired of being asked what we want in a morning show. All right.
Both of us were banging our heads like two 16-year-olds, yelling at each other.
Be in the Breakfast Club. Call or text now, 877-396-W105 to talk to us.
And now, a woman's thoughts about getting sick around the holidays.
Why do I always get sick this time of year? My nose is stuffed. My throat hurts. I can't stop coughing. I took one of those tests and it's not COVID or the flu. Can a cold really make you feel this bad? And now I'm gonna miss that Christmas cookie exchange tomorrow night and my husband's work party on Friday. Wait, I'm missing 2 parties for totally legitimate reasons. I love getting sick this time of year.
And that was a woman's thoughts about getting sick around the holidays.
See the way that works. Still to come, good news of the day. We're going to get to that. Jaws fans bid on the harpoon rifle from the 1975 Thriller at an auction in Los Angeles, with the gun expecting to fetch $500,000. Some people just got too much money.
Yeah.
Just laying around. Other props up for grabs. You could buy a bunch of stuff, but you better have a big wallet.
Is there going to be the hand that when, the shark blows up and it blows across the screen right up the top?
No hand included. No hand included. Yeah. A hand would have been pretty cool. That would have been pretty cool. Central and Eastern United States is dealing with a polar vortex this weekend. That's when it's like -6 and wind blowing at about 50 miles an hour.
Wasn't that the day after tomorrow? Didn't they base that movie on those polar vortexes?
Yeah, boy, that polar vortex. I love when they start naming stuff. We used to just call it, I don't know, winter. That's what we used to call it back in the day. Confessions of a shopaholic author. Sophie Kinsella lost her battle with brain cancer at the age of only 55. So do you think shopping can be an addiction? I know it can be, because I catch the wife every once in a while scrolling on her phone, and I'm going, what are you doing? She goes, just looking. I'm going to be out. When I go shopping? When I need something. I ain't just looking. I mean, I just looked at...
They should change the name of that. They should change it from shopping to purchasing.
Yeah, I just looked at tickets to go to the LSU bowl game.
Mm-hmm.
So on the 27th, we're off. It's in Houston. It's not that far away. I don't know if I want to spring, $260 per ticket, but...
Well, and then you got a travel cost.
And then you got hotel cost, and then Uber to get around.
Right.
I would need a...
And it's Houston.
Yeah. I would need a hotel near the stadium because I don't want to drive, and that's going to be expensive.
Yeah.
So Elijah Lee, the biomedical engineer, senior at Yale and co-founder of Fort 3D. just secured a massive deal with Shark Tank after the 3D print of a cello used from carbon fiber and some type of polymer composites. And he just secured a huge deal with Shark Tank. Shark Tank they'll pounce on stuff.
If you got a good idea,
if you got something, yeah. And Johnson Wynn was kicked out of the Lady Gaga concert in Australia hours before the singer was set to take the stage.
Okay,
this is the same guy that rushed Adriana Grande on the wicked red carpet in Singapore. Evidently, this guy's got money because he's traveling all over the place.
Or
Singapore, Australia. Is he getting paid to do that? I just don't know. You know what was weird yesterday? The Amazon driver dropped off a couple packages.
Just a couple?
And
that is
he was like, "Merry Christmas." Like he wasn't going to see me tomorrow or the next day.
Or today.
Or, yeah, come on.
And you only got a couple? That is weird.
That's it, yeah. The Gold Card program goes live, offering U.S. visas starting at $1 million per person.
Or like $2 million for a business, right?
Yeah, well, so Donald Trump announced Wednesday that long-promised Gold Card was officially going on sale, offering legal status and an eventual pathway to citizenship. So it's not a automatic pathway. That makes me feel a little better. But
doesn't it have his picture on it?
The Gold Card, yes, it does. Does have his picture. I am not vain. But so it will give them a path. It's not giving them a pathway, but it will give them a pathway to citizenship by paying $1 million. And corporations can pony up twice that for foreign-born employees that they want in America.
Okay.
So I feel a little bit about it. It's basically a green card with a little bit more advantages.
I still don't like people being able to pay for citizenship.
So what's the cost of a green card?
I don't know. Probably overall about $20,000.
Yeah. So
in the long
I think
run?
it's probably $10,000.
Okay.
You know, medical attorneys, if you have to have an attorney, all the other
10, 20
fees, it's probably closer to 10. And this is why I am so adamant against people just hopping the border. I'm here. I'm here. Give me all the free damn stuff. You want to come here and work, man? We guest worker. And that's what's good about the deportation of 2.5 million people.
Right.
They have the opportunity
to come back.
They're not going to be punished for being in the country illegally. Now, if you're caught and deported, then you're punished. You're not coming back legally. Now, if you self-deport, you have the opportunity to come back as a guest worker.
I'm okay with that.
Me too.
I just don't like we're favoring the rich, it seems.
Right. By buying.
Right.
Buying. All right. Lincoln National Forest plans to burn 185 acres this weekend. And the forest officials are saying they are setting a control burn at 16 Springs all the way to the Car Gap Forest Road on 607. Prescribed burns are a tool used to prevent larger firefighters in the future by reducing overgrown vegetations. I like the idea of cleaning the forest. The only problem I've had is in the past, some of these fires have got out of hand.
But that area is an area where they did have a fire like last year, I think, like in the 16 Springs
So the
area.
vegetation's probably going to not be that bad.
Hopefully.
I would hope.
Hopefully.
All right, police arrested thieves in Napa County, California. I thought everybody in Napa was rich.
Just at Gavin Newsom's winery.
Yeah, dressed as Santa, the two men arrested for stealing $1,000 worth of Christmas trees and wreaths. $2,000 worth of Christmas trees. How many is that? Like 6? Police department announced the arrest on their Facebook page and even playing a song in the back of the reel. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
You're a mean one, Mr. Green.
And Illinois governor signs into law a bill that would seeking to limit immigration enforcement in the state of Illinois. So,
you mean the border state of Illinois?
Yeah, J.B. Pritzker signed into law the state measure that seeks to limit immigration enforcement in that state as he pushes back the aggressive federal campaign for mass deportation.
Is he pushing them back with his greasy
We
fat
are
fingers?
going to protect our citizens.
They aren't citizens.
Huh. By the way, I don't know if you've seen Tom Homan. He said we're going to keep on keeping on.
Good.
We're going to continue with the foot on the accelerator.
I don't understand some of the modern Democrats. I don't understand how you went from whatever your party used to be to now you're against everything that's American and for everything foreign. You're against law-abiding citizens and for criminals.
I'll take you to...
You are for drug and gang kingpins and against the woman down the street and the veterans and the elderly. I don't understand that.
I'll take you to 2008 when Obama deported 5 million people and nobody said a damn word.
Yeah.
I can take you to 2008, videos of Chuck Schumer talking about immigration. I can take you to 2008 when Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton were embracing the idea of the deporter-in-chief, Barack Hussein Obama. All right, hypocrite Mark Zuckerberg sparks more backlash with his enormous $300 million boat. This thing is 387 foot long. It is a mega yacht. It has gone viral as he stands out there. And, of course, the climate changer, Mark Zuckerberg, in flip-flops on his $300 million mega yacht.
Now, here's the good news, is he can't drive it himself. He has to have a crew, so he's employing
Yeah.
people.
So 41-year-old Meta boss, he is worth about $230 billion. So $300 million, nothing. That is absolutely nothing. So they built the yacht. By the way, it's fueled by solar. Wait, I mean...
No, it's diesel.
Wait a second. The hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Holy crap. So the yacht Dub launch pad runs on 4 diesel engines, and it uses about 291 gallons of fuel an hour.
Holy cow.
And it emits about 40 tons of CO2 over the same time period an hour. The climate change embracer.
Wonder if your governor will be taking a trip on that.
Wow.
Or Newsom or any of that crowd.
Wasn't this guy like part of net zero when it came to
supposedly
emissions?
Yeah, but you got to remember, they, like you said at the beginning, Kevin, hypocrite. They're going to tell you one thing and what you should do, and they're going to do whatever they want because, again, they are rich.
Hypocrite. All right, we're going to keep you updated with everything going on. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. Anything on the text that we have to know of before we break? 921.
Jeff Rowe says, hey now, I constantly shop scroll on gunbroker.com and Academy Sports, Cabela's, Sportsman's Warehouse. Ain't nothing wrong with that other than it makes me poor. At least I'm happy and content.
This is the guy that has like 1 million rounds of 226.
And Walker from Roswell says, I think my water bill is too high in Roswell. Maybe I'll go threaten to sue them.
Oh, they'll decide that you don't need to do anything.
Johnny is full of hate says, a lot of the haze is from pecan orchards. They're cleaning them up and letting the dust into the air. So, okay. Everybody believes in God, and the ones that say they don't, right at the end of their life, they're asking God to please forgive them and help them. And this one says, to heck with the demons that complained in Roswell. And that editor chick this morning says, that history is correct-ish. It's also a combination with Yule, talking about Christmas, the Nordic holiday where we get Santa Claus from. Also, the tree and the wreaths and bells and some such come from other pagan beliefs. All in all, we recognize as Christmas is a conglomeration of multiple religions and their practices as what we practice. And there's nothing wrong with recognizing that. If you like to celebrate the true Christmas, i.e. birth of Christ, you can totally do that. Just remember that Christmas has a meaning unto itself for pretty much every person that celebrates or recognizes it.
No Christmas songs, though, please.
But that will catch us up on the text.
You know, the whole idea of no Christmas songs for Christmas, no reference to Christ on Christmas.
Well, and even, you know, the people that even say Xmas, you know, the X in that actually comes from Christ, from the cross.
Yeah. So. All right, let's take our break. We'll be back. Good news of the day coming up next. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Fusion Medical Spa. Find them in the River Crossing and Rio Doso. Sales going on right now. Look, they always have deals going on at Fusion Medical Spa. Call them for a free consultation. If you've been hurting, stem cell, that could be your answer. Stem cell therapy. They also offer stuff like the Diamond Glow treatments that exfoliates your skin and brings out the new glow for your complexion. They also have microneedling, and they're offering a procedure that will treat your incontinence. If you're suffering with incontinence, it can treat your incontinence, and a side effect to that is it encourages the big O response. Free consultations, 575-257-4722. Visit them in Rio Doso at the River Crossing. Taking a break. Good news up next. We're being the Breakfast Club.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley, headed for a showdown in the Senate over funding Obamacare to prevent a doubling of premiums in January. The GOP alternative is to fund Americans' health savings accounts. Senator John Barrasso.
Democrats are coming to the Senate today to do another bailout of Obamacare. And I'm a doctor. I want people to get the care that they need at an affordable price. But Obamacare robbed people of affordability as well as choice.
2 votes coming up. Fox has obtained the video of U.S. troops landing on a Venezuelan oil tanker, guns drawn.
It was seized for a very good reason.
With a load of illegal sanctioned oil from Iran and Venezuela, Charlie Kirk's accused assassin Tyler Robinson has a pretrial hearing before a judge today in Utah. America is listening to Fox News.
Franklin Veterinary Clinic in Ruidoso Downs is a full-service animal clinic for both small and large animals, including equine services. That includes general and specialized procedures like equine colic, reproductive services, and arthroscopic surgery. With their advanced technology and specialty equipment, they're able to enhance the ability to diagnose, treat, and provide preventive care for your horse. Doctors are available to provide helping and healing care at any location or at the clinic. For more information, visit franklinveterinary.com for Franklin Veterinary Clinic.
This could be your ticket to the big game. Earn 1 entry for every $500 minimum bet placed at the Sportsbook at the Inn and Casino Apache. And on January 3rd, 1 lucky player will win 2 tickets to the big game at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, plus an exclusive tailgate experience. The big game drawing at Inn of the Mountain Gods and Casino Apache. Must be 21 or older. Visit intothemountaingods.com or see Apache Spirit Club booth for details.
Holiday parties, festive gatherings, and that special glass of cheer?
But when the night is over, how do you get home safely?
Don't risk it. Your free gift to yourself this year is a safe ride home.
Wait, did you say free?
Yes, free. Call Holiday Tipsy Taxi at 575-391-2982. 575-391-2982. Tipsy Taxi is on the road from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. every Friday and Saturday from Thanksgiving weekend until New Year's Eve.
Happy holidays brought to you by your Lee County government.
What's really going on is Danny Velos here at Permian Ford Lincoln. Guys, if you are interested in any electric vehicles, we have our Mustang Mach-E that is on a super sale. I'm telling you guys, we got thousands off. We got 0% for 72 months, and we'll even give you access to our turbocharger here for a year at the dealership. Come by and check us out. Come by and inquire. Right now it's the time to buy. We got 2 left, and we're making deals on those bad boys. Right here in the corner of Sanger and El Paso here in Hobbs, America. Come check us out.
This Eunice Cardinals Sports Report is brought to you by America Supply, located in Hobbs and Jal, New Mexico.
Looking for oil field, industrial, and safety supplies? Go to America Supply. Need cleaning supplies? America Supply has that too. How about restaurant and food truck supplies? Are you beginning to see a trend here? America Supply carries everything from H2S and quad monitors, fire extinguishers and first aid kits, to safety glasses, vests, FR clothing, fall protection, and gloves of all types. They have your slings and whip checks, your lift straps and cam locks, your adapters, pipe fittings, and threaders. They have many name brands like Lockout, Tagout, Pelican, Milwaukee, Rigid, and so many more. Visit America Supply to find exactly what you're looking for and then some. 502 North Grimes and Hobbs under the Big American Eagle, or call 575-393-3383.
Patrick Rooney with MTD Radio Sports. I'm here with Coach Gary Frazier of the Eunice Lady Cardinals basketball team. Coach, what did the early game show you about where the team is at?
Tim Carey, we come out and we fought hard and we battled. Didn't execute very well and didn't shoot the ball very well, but with grit and determination, we stayed in the game and gave ourselves a chance to win at the end and just didn't get any breaks at the end to pull it out. We played Lovington, and their big girl and their shooters outside hurt us a lot and took us out of what we wanted to do and got us, for lack of better terms, a little flustered, and we just didn't execute anything well defensively or offensively.
Who do you feel delivered standout moments in the game?
All of our girls played well. We've never played 1-3-1 previous to Saturday when we played Tucumcari, and I thought the girls did a good job trying to execute the different style there.
What will your focuses be as you prepare for the Cardinal Winter Classic this week?
Come out and execute a defensive and offensive game plan and stay within that game plan rather than letting them dictate to us what they want us to do. We're just going to work on trying to keep our composure and stay in with what the game plan is. And, of course, we play Socorro first.
This Eunice Cardinal Sports Report was brought to you by America Supply, located in Hobbs and now open in Jal, New Mexico.
Be in the Breakfast Club being powered by Permian Ford and PermianFord.com.
You can tell the master I'm done for the day.
All right, good news of the day being brought to you by Farmers Insurance Agent Herschel Rustin Hayes, Avenue D in Lovington, 575-396-0513. Home, auto, life insurance, commercial insurance. Get in touch with Rustin Hayes today. Proud sponsor of the good news of the day.
Two strangers. They met at SantaCon. Okay. It was in New York 4 years ago, but they're now engaged. They're both high school teachers, but they bonded because they both had ugly Christmas sweaters. Yeah, the annual event celebrates that, and it kicks off again on Saturday. And those two are going back, and they said they have even uglier Christmas sweaters, and they're going to get a big shout-out at the opening of the SantaCon because their wedding is next year. But a 9-year-old kid in England is going viral after he didn't understand the assignment for his Christmas concert. The role he got? Elvis the Elf. But he forgot to mention the elf part to his parents when he told them about it. So they bought him a leisure suit and made him look like Elvis.
Oh. Not Elvis. The elf. Come on, Mom.
And there is a photo. Go look it up. It's pretty cute. And Kevin, that is the good news of the day.
All right, coming up, the text edition of Tradio. The phone system is currently
start texting now.
Unavailable. You can text Russ Black right now if you have something to buy, sell, or give away. We're out of here. Friday edition will be in the Breakfast Club tomorrow. I'm kind of looking forward to the Friday. I am. News this morning being brought to you by Roach Air Conditioning and Heating, your choice for your next HVAC job. Give them a call if you got problems with a heater or air conditioner, 575-631-1999. Roach Air Conditioning and Heating. Check them out today. Tradio is up next. Start texting now.